welcome to the Florida Park Explorers Loki edition, episode 5. We'll be joined by DC and Michelle Dew, and we'll be discussing Loki, episode 5. A great detail, so if you haven't seen it, now's a good time to turn off the channel.
Sorry, I couldn't help that. I've been trying to do these intros because I find them hilarious. So, welcome in, everybody. Welcome over to Loki. If you're joining us from the other stream, thank you for being over the other stream. Hello, Rachel. Hello, James. Hello, Stream Elements Bot. Hello, Florida Park Explorer. Oh, wait, that's us. Hello, Amanda. So, there we go. Anywho, so we're here for episode 5 of Loki. My guest will be none other than DC and Michelle. Crew it up.
The intro should be me laughing.
Yeah. Don't worry, it will be. Or crying, or who knows.
I think the After the Parks one should be.
Jedi, what's happening? Long time no see. Stone Cold Jedi in the house. Theme park lifestyle is here as well. Jen's eating. Are you literally eating pretzels on camera? Oh, wow. I like legit don't know what else to say, but wow.
We eat on camera when we do food stuff.
But that's not the point, though. It's crunchy and loud. Like, normally we're not eating crunchy and loud. Eat a burrito.
No.
Yeah, see?
She made me eat burritos. It's midnight. That's not a good idea.
Megan G, hello, everybody.
She hasn't seen Loki. We'll see you at 12:15.
Who's that?
Megan G.
Uh-oh.
She hasn't seen Loki. So I'm actually going to push it to like 12:20, I think.
Yeah, we're going to be a little late.
Yeah.
We're running, actually, we probably should make it about 12:30.
I will make it 12:30.
Did you say eat a burrito? Yes, as a matter of fact, we had burritos for dinner tonight. My wife makes excellent burritos. And as a matter of fact, I had one about 35 seconds before coming on for Miles from Moffat, and have had the worst heartburn ever since. So, aren't you glad you asked? Anywho, yeah, so again, I'd like to thank everybody who was over in the other stream. We had an excellent, excellent time over there. But DC is going to be joining us in just a few minutes, providing he didn't crash into that pole trying to park the car. So let's see. If you haven't seen Loki, let me go ahead and tell you right now. This is not the show for you. If you have not seen episode 5, we're about to literally take a hand grenade to your day. You're not going to be happy about it because we're going to reveal a ton, and I don't mean a couple. There's like 15 to 20 different Easter eggs that we're going to be dropping. That's just from my end. That's not counting DC. We're going to get into some wild conspiracy. We're going to also, he's not going to give us any in-depth as to the movie he just saw, but I'm sure he's going to want to at least just say whether or not it was worth watching. Although I did kind of, I don't know if you all got it when you were watching, but it didn't sound like it was fantastic.
I thought he said it was a good, bad movie, but I could have misunderstood him because he was breaking up.
I'm not sure what he said, but it didn't sound like it was fantastic. Like, the first time I watched Iron Man, I was blown away.
Brian, we appreciate that. That's funny.
I don't even...
We can pretty much synopsis the show for you on each review.
While I'm waiting for DC, I was actually going to do that. Go kind of back through it a little bit, because for those of you who are not DC, Marvel, Loki people, and you're willing to hang out and chill out with us, because we're going to do this for half an hour, and then I'm not sure how much steam he's got in the tank, so we're going to kind of cut this loose and go to our third stream of the night, which will be After the Parks, which will, as many of you know, well, it tends to go off the rails very quickly, and it tends to go for a long amount of time. So anyway, getting into it, Loki last week was an absolutely incredible episode. Episode 4 was fantastic. Episode 3, everyone knows I'm not a fan of, but I understand that it was a necessary evil. Had to happen. Basically, where we found Loki was he was taken and arrested by TVA. It happened at the end of the first Avengers movie. And basically, he is on a different timeline and parallel course. So kind of moving through very quickly, he's met all different kinds of Lokis. He has been introduced to the female version of himself, and then the cliffhanger last week, which was there's additional Loki, and what does it mean? So episode five is going to take us into that. Last week was kind of just an epic episode. It was a lot of fun to watch. So with that being said, I'm waiting on DC to come in so that we can kind of dive into 5. But if any of you saw how episode 4 ended, he was pruned. And for those of you who don't know what pruning is, it basically means it looked like he was killed.
That's when you go out and fix the tree. The
Yes.
hedges.
It's when you become a bonsai tree.
Yes.
So he was pruned. Everyone assumed that when you were pruned, you were dead. They essentially sent him somewhere. They did not tell us where. And he opens his eyes, and there are Loki. Now, sounds like locusts, but there were Loki present. And at that point, one of them was an alligator. Like, I'm not kidding. So there was comic book Loki, there was alligator Loki, there were all different renditions. What was really cool about it was, I believe it was in the second episode, they were showing you drawings of the different Lokis and what they would look like as different variants. And they actually showed you two of them. So that was kind of neat too. Jedi, I'm kind of with you. 2 and 4, I think, were my favorite. Because they also went through and were trying to explain that it was kind of Matrix-esque in the sense that nothing is as it seems. That was really cool.
Can I drop his in here because it's just hilarious? Like,
Go ahead.
it's gonna go to the thing. Give us 1 second. If we go off, we're gonna come right back in. Sorry about that, guys. Whoa!
Hold on. Jen's just blowing up the stream.
I'm blowing up the stream, so I really have to throw this in.
If you haven't seen the show, this should summarize episode 5. I
had to get this shot.
I
because it's
almost
even
want to
funnier.
put this up as DC comes in.
Okay, so wait.
No, I'm saying over
Okay,
his face.
so if for those of you who don't watch Loki, this is probably the funniest.
That is Gator Loki right there. Hey, I'll be back. I have to take 5 minutes. No worries, Mike.
We understand.
I'm here to hang up a second. So basically, this is Gator Loki. I think it would be hysterical to put this up as DC himself because DC actually does look a little bit like Gator Loki. But this was hilarious in the episode tonight. You'll hear why in just a couple of minutes. Yes, we have a union. We even allow potty breaks. So we try to allow as much as possible because if not, they send Anthony the Molar Man after us, and it's a horrible thing. I don't have comments on again because I keep forgetting to do that. Let me get into some banners because Adam's not here to break my stones about it and say, Dave always has banners up. Yep, we do. We always have banners up. We're going to be talking about all things Loki. But long story short, it was a lot of fun tonight. And DC's probably taking a nap. This is the second time I've had to wait on him tonight.
Yeah.
She's not the best color man in the business for nothing, folks. That was a major league reference.
Yes.
Anywho, so since it's my channel and I'm having to stall, have you heard about our giveaway?
Oh my gosh.
Our giveaway is closed out on the 1K giveaway. We've had a lot of questions about it. All of the information will be up over the next about 48 hours. We'll be announcing when we're going to be doing the giveaway live in the parks. For those of you who don't know, you've officially missed out. No, I'm just totally kidding. It's 2 park passes, 1 night at a hotel, Disney Resort, 2 shirts, 2 sets of headgear, and you will be in our live stream. So it's going to be phenomenal. We're going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait to give this away next week. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait to see how it changes somebody and how much fun that they can have with it. It's going to be spectacular. Tomorrow, provided I can get everything loaded tonight and into tomorrow, because it'll take a little bit of time. Tomorrow we will be releasing our shirt lineup and some accessories, things like drawstring backpacks and tank tops, beanies, but that's more for me than anyone else because I got to cover my bald head when it gets cold in Florida, and I wanted to have something cool to wear. So we'll be doing that as well. Let's see. Yeah, he'll be in a second. And it's funny because as much as you see DC put together, he does need a couple of minutes from time to time. You guys would be absolutely shocked if you went back and watched the first Loki that we reviewed with One Little Spark and DC. He had treatment that day and came in. It was unfreaking believable. You wouldn't even know. He had to get up once, and that was it. There is still some.
Terrifying your head.
A little bit. This is actually
He
about.
actually needs to cut it.
I was gonna say this is about as long as I normally let this go. And once we get down into the colder temperatures, I'm a Floridian at heart and in reality, so I get cold when it gets cold. But
yes, tomorrow we're going
to MK tomorrow. Let me bring that. Oh, good Lord! Wait till you see this. Hold on a second,
fantastic.
Everybody. This is the best thing I've ever seen.
That's why they needed a few.
I'm in love. This is awesome. Look at this.
We come to you with glorious purpose.
Hold on a second. Don't move. There we go.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome. Now I got to put Loki in the background. You're killing me right now. Wait, here it is. Are we not going to be able to see it? No, it's in row. Can you guys can see the screen? We were just discussing this.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I love it.
My favorite, I think.
That's who we were just discussing. So we were having a good laugh at the alligator's expense. So
yes.
I just realized I don't have a Loki background, but oh well. We'll get over
For the finale next week.
I'll have one. I'll make one.
Yes.
So
next week, big things.
So I kind of was breaking.
Hey, Jen. Jen, hey.
We can see you
Jen,
now.
hey.
I can make eye contact.
She was actually sitting there the whole time. But
I didn't want to be on camera.
She kept crying,
my
and I
eyes
was
out,
like,
so.
"Yeah." So,
Aww.
Yeah.
So we just kept her.
I
off
feel
to the
you.
side.
I feel you.
Plus, I wanted to have the dramatic moment where, if you noticed how big my head was on the camera,
Yeah, it was very.
it was to sit there and be like, "What do you mean you're not watching? Where do you think you're going in the count? The count shouldn't go down. You're going to burn." So that was my goal before. We actually had moved, like you guys did. We're now in our living room, so that we could not sit at our dining room table, which everyone kept telling me felt like I was in an institution. And I said, well, maybe I am.
That's funny.
It's a fine institution, Dave.
Yes.
It is.
We're actually in our living room too, and this painting behind us was done by my grandfather.
That's super cool.
Yeah, we love
These were made by Disney. I had nothing to do with them.
But they're very cool too.
We've had them in all of our houses, and what's funny about it is it's Mickey watching Walt draw Mickey, and then
that's so cool.
Like the Norman Rockwell, right? It's inspired by the Norman Rockwell painting.
This one's the one where Mickey's drawing Walt looking at himself in the mirror.
Yeah.
So
that's so cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to do.
They actually have it outside of one of the bathrooms in Disney Springs.
Is my audio screwed up again?
And hi everyone. I see Rachel and James and Mike, and now I can see the chat. So hi.
And I see Crew It Up. Hey, Crew It Up, what's going on?
Yeah.
I cannot wait to connect with you.
Yeah, wait till I send you some of the things, because I have direct access to you and I know how to forward things. So yeah, I'll send you some stuff tonight.
Hey,
CJ's here.
Oh. Hey, CJ's Watercolor, good to see you.
Yeah.
So I kind of caught everybody up from episode 1 through 4, and I kind of said, all right, we're sitting at the end of episode 4. Loki just got pruned. He wakes up. He's staring at Lokis.
Yes.
Or locusts, however you want to look at it.
Yeah. How do you say it? Is it Loki?
Loki.
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 Loki. Of
We
season?
wake up episode 5, same spot we ended in 4 at the end, and go. Did you like how I did that to you? No. So we wake up, we see the fact that there are Loki everywhere. He's kind of confused. You can see in the background. In the beginning, you're trying to absorb it all and go like,
Right.
well, where did he just wake up? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
You can clearly see Stark Industry Tower behind. You can see things, and the Easter eggs in this. By the way, I wrote them all down.
Mind blowing. But it's funny you
Mind-blowing.
said. It's funny that you said Stark Tower because it's actually not Stark Tower. It's
No.
branded. It's branded as something completely different.
What is it?
Which is?
QENG.
Yep. King.
No, QENG.
What do you mean?
Huh.
DJ said the volume's a little
Which,
low.
if you have to kind of know the comic books a little bit to catch that,
Yes, you
it's
do.
related to Kang the Conqueror,
Oh, really? See, I missed that.
whom we have been already informed. He's going to be the main baddie of Quantumania, Ant-Man and the Wasp, the next movie.
Yeah, that's right.
So-
Hey, hang on
so-
one second. Everybody's telling me my audio sucks.
Check settings.
Okay.
Let me see if I am, because I may still have last settings on, and
Audio.
I may be way down. Let me bring
There
this
you
up.
go.
Let's see what happens with that.
We have
Hey-
two for each one.
Hey,
Hello
everybody. Are
there.
we better this time out in audio visual world?
Thank you, Rachel. That's such a sweet message. And we're hunting for your Lego because we need to get that to you. That's our mission.
Let's
Better. CJ said better
All right, cool.
before Mike got in the wrong.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
see.
Yeah, it
So-
does sound louder now. It's good.
Yeah,
Well,
we have
even
to
for
reset
us,
the mic
it's like-
every time.
Yeah.
You would be surprised, but on the last one, everyone said I sounded like I was talking through a fan. I almost wanted to do Tommy Boy, but nobody would have appreciated the joke. I was gonna
I would
I
appreciate
am
that.
your father.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, there's people in the chat that
Yes.
appreciate it. Like,
Well, we were
Did
trying
you eat
to.
paint chips when you were a child?
Yes. You know, it's funny you should say that. We were having this conversation with no, it was with Adam. It was Adam and Brian were talking about eating lead paint chips and drinking lead-based hummus. I mean, the conversations that go on in this chat are so off the wall, it's ridiculous. But yeah,
I
so
know- I know the food chats with Adam are great.
we make brisket apparently
Yes.
a lot. So, but anyway, so back to
No,
Loki.
we are
So-
we are completely confused as to where Loki is.
Yeah,
But the thing
still
is,
don't know.
it made me feel good because I felt okay. At least he's safe, right? Because
Oh, yeah.
I was so saddened when he was pruned,
Yeah,
right?
do you know what my first thought was? Where's Mobius? Like, I didn't.
Right.
Like,
I know, right? I
cared
was like,
more
where is he?
about
Where is
Owen
he?
Wilson. Like, where'd he go? Like, come
Yeah.
on.
but
And then he
like,
gets a pizza truck.
Lightning
But, I
McQueen, ka-chow.
ka-chow.
I think we're gonna get full on Mobius on a what do you call it? Jet ski by the end of it. Because you've seen that art, right?
Yes.
The
I
art
saw
that's
what you
going
posted
around.
today.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is so amazing, and I think we are going to get to see Hero Mobius on a jet ski at some point. And I don't
Living
know,
his best
I don't know
life.
how they're going to do it, but it is going to be mind
It'll be
blowing.
like an end credit scene.
I think it's
I
going to
don't
be
know.
cool.
I think it's
I
going
think
to be
it's
in the
cool.
middle of it.
Yeah, I think
Because-
so. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say they're foreshadowing with the car.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe.
He gets a vehicle and he's driving around. So yeah, we're leading to something.
Since you went to that scene first, I have to ask you a question. Did you see any of the parallels to Harry Potter in that scene? Or should I point them out and see if you see them now?
Go ahead, point them out.
So, you know how when the car shows up to save Harry and Ron, and it's the same size, the same color, it's kind of beaten
say
up
it
a
is
little
that.
bit?
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, if you notice the black
Ah.
contrails of smoke, they look like Death Eaters.
Oh, I'll have to go back and look at that. I
So
didn't
so
see
so do you
that.
think that was intentional, or do you think that was just you think it was a stylistic nod, or do you
I
think, it
think-
was like this
I
is what
think
we
it
have
was-
to work with?
I think it was a direct nod at what they're building up to. this is my opinion again, obviously, because, well, it's an opinion show. When you look at it, what happens in the last two Harry Potter, there's that build up to Voldemort.
Yeah.
And-
Sorry, I hope to highlight Rachel's comment because it's hilarious.
Oh,
Yes.
I already said I want to see.
Rachel, that was fantastic.
I want to
That could be
see
your
DC.
costume.
Rachel, I'm trying right now.
I know.
Told you it.
I said I wanted to see you come in and just.
Here,
I was
here,
going to put
just
you
put
up
this
as
on your
that
hand.
picture.
There's your alligator, Loki.
The answer. Hang on one second. The answer, Manny, is yes. The matter of fact, Jen's going to go ahead and drop in the link. And absolutely, we're going to be doing this time and time again.
Yeah.
For Miles from Moffat, we're going to be doing a lot of things moving forward. For those of you who were not in the last video, that's okay. We know what's going on. We're going to be going over this a lot. You're going to see links on our Instagram. You're going to see posts on our Instagram. Anything that you need, if you need to share it, if you want to donate, whatever you want to do. If you didn't see the last video, you can go back and watch that after, of course, you watch this and the next one. And then, if you have questions, for all intentions, reach out to DC and Michelle. If you cannot get them because they're extraordinarily busy, I'm not. Reach out to me. I'll be happy to make sure that they not only get the information, but if you need a post to share, a story to share, I will make it for you. You don't have to do
Lorna
anything.
wants something.
Lorna wants something.
Like, no, Lorna wants a thumbnail.
Not a
She
problem. I'll make it.
Thanks,
I'll have
man.
I'll have it made by tomorrow morning.
She went to bed.
So anyway, but yes, everybody, you can still support, you can still do everything. And don't feel like you're interrupting Loki because this is a review TV show. Miles from Moffat's for real. So anyway, back to you guys. Harry Potter, my reference would be the fact that it had the contrails, the blue car, and everybody's British.
That's true. That is true.
Except Owen Wilson.
He's the fish out of water.
You know,
Well, yeah,
so
except Owen Wilson.
so when you see the three Lokis walk away, they're all British. And I started going, how much of this is deliberate? And there's been a lot of references to Matrix. There's been a lot of references to Harry Potter. I think there's been a lot of nods to a lot of different things, not just the comics alone. But anyway, you brought that up. What are your thoughts?
Well, I would say even like with Harry, like the theming with that, the coloring of the different scenes, like how it's kind of like how our lighting is now. It's like the whole scene is, and I feel like in Harry Potter, you have moments like that where it's like everything is encompassed in a certain color and feel, And
it used to be like that with the Death Eaters, or like specifically when they were out in the woods and it was Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and the Death Eaters walked by. There was that same gray green tone.
Yeah,
just like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you're right. We want to see here's Alioth, right there.
That
so Screw It Up just dropped it in. He says, "Do you think Mobius stole the pizza truck from Pizza Planet?" So we all disappointed that there wasn't a Pizza Planet nod.
However, the truck is similar. It's similar to the Pizza Planet one, so it's like a Pixar nod because of Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Is actually a Loki.
And who else yelled Ka-chow when he was like this on the steering wheel? Shouldn't he have yelled Ka-chow?
It would have blown my mind had he done a Ka-chow.
I'd have cried. I'd have laughed so hard I'd have cried.
But we haven't even gotten a solid wow out of him yet.
Wow.
That's a good point.
Yeah, the Owen Wilson.
Okay, now can I say something though? As a very hetero man, Owen Wilson as Mobius with his gray hair and his mustache, he can get it.
He's a Sean Connery, is what he is.
He's a handsome, slightly past middle-aged man.
Yeah. So
he's doing it. I look forward to being that handsome when I'm that age.
You are handsome. You're more handsome.
I said when I'm that age.
Hang on one second. Manny, what I would recommend, because YouTube takes out about 40% for a super chat, what I would rather see you do, there's a donate link that Jen's going to drop in. Or Jen already dropped it in. Go donate directly, because in every single penny will go to their cause. as
Exactly.
opposed to giving YouTube 40% of it. Okay, so if you want to do that, which is super sweet and special, and we thank you for it, but I would much rather you go directly to their cause.
The link I just jumped in.
She just dropped it in. Whatever it is, we did whatever. There it is. Manny says,
I know, and I'm gonna try
Thanks,
to work
Manny.
on it, just so you guys know. It's so weird, like they let you edit your link like in your team channel. So I've edited so that it should just be give.moffitt.org/DC and Michelle do. But every time I copy and paste it, it comes up just how you're posting it. So it's fine, but I know it's like a jumbled.
Right. So, but back to Manny. Manny, just please, as opposed to doing a super chat, definitely give directly to Moffitt because
he dropped in afterwards, says, okay, I'll use that. So
okay,
this way we can kind of tell everybody as we're going through, because we're going to hit that grand quickly. I'm going to tell you that right now.
That would be amazing.
But you know what? Let's move past it.
No, I know, but I'm just telling you.
Let's move.
For the next week, I'm going to be doing it in every stream, just so you know.
That's amazing. Yeah.
We're going to hit it quick. But
And
I've got people asking. So even though I know you're super humble and we're trying to have fun and we're going to continue to do that, I'm going to make sure that what actually matters gets done. So anyway,
Absolutely.
so back to an alligator chomping off someone's hand. No. So the
Which
car,
that happens.
Yeah, it does. Now,
You see what crew it up
there's an Easter egg I did not catch on that car. Did you catch the license plate?
No, what did it say?
It's like a tribute to somebody.
So it is a tribute. Now, I have to be honest with you.
Oh, that's right. To the designer of Mobius, right?
Yes.
It is the designer of Mobius.
That's right.
And I was going to super cheat right here because I'm about to, because I have notes. It was a nod to, if I can pull it, I can't even cheat quick.
I didn't say anything. I knew you did this.
Like,
so.
seriously, I can't even cheat quickly. That is ridiculous. Where's the license plate? Come on, Dave. Everybody's waiting. There it is. So the license plate on Mobius Pizza Truck reads GRNW1D. It is a reference to Mark Gruenwald, who inspired Mobius's likeness in the comics and also helped create Olioth.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
That's
I
very
didn't
cool.
see it, and the truth is the people who actually catch this stuff, I'm afraid of them.
Yeah, I would say some of that I don't
time.
catch it during the episode.
No. I've watched it 4 times. I still didn't catch it. 95% of what
4 times?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I have
We
a very
need to watch
boring
it
life.
again tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, we are going to revisit it tomorrow.
Well, the first time we watched it, we were talking over it, so I didn't catch
We
it.
rewound and went back.
So we
like,
went
I
back,
didn't
watched
hear
it a
any of
second
this.
time. She fell asleep, so we watched it a third time. Then I watched it a fourth because I started doing this, and I realized, you know what? There were a lot of things that I didn't see.
And Bella's review was, it was weird.
It was, and Bella, and that's accurate. That's an amazing review, seriously, because one-word reviews oftentimes are better than folks like us who just talk on and on. But weird, Bella nailed it.
That should be the episode.
Like,
just Bella
weird.
comes on and she just goes, "It's weird,"
It's
and
weird.
then we just
and
end
then
it.
goes like this.
And drops Mike.
Yeah.
So here's a question:
Pretty much what she did.
where does Bella's sense of humor come from? Because she's hilarious.
A combination. I think both.
No, but which of you? Which of you?
No,
is-
it's a combination of both.
It is a combination.
Yeah.
I know nothing. I have done nothing. I am a good parent.
She's toying
I
with
know.
sarcasm now, so.
I know not of what you speak.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because she's legitimately one of the funniest people that I've met in a while.
She kills me.
And puns, she's so quick with. It's like, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
One of your streams the other day, I can't remember.
You guys were at Disney Springs.
Was it? But where she was in the background, just cracking herself up, going back and forth. I was laughing so hard.
We were in the show place.
Yeah,
that was
we had
like
all the streamers
just so
together.
perfect. I loved that so much. She was. I was giggling. That just made my day. I was just cracking up.
And simply because she was funny. Like, not because, some people are like, oh, kids are cute, whatever. She's funny.
She was being intentional, and it was awesome. I loved it.
And while Dave was being serious, that was the great thing.
It was, well, the funny part about it is the whole thing started because we were teaching Bella about if you don't do things wrong, you won't get in trouble. And so I was trying to make her understand that you don't want to get yelled at. Don't do things that get you in trouble. And so she was sitting, and this was before we moved, and she was sitting at the island bar in the kitchen, and she was eating, and Jen was just kind of going off on something. And personally, I didn't think it was a big deal. So I started rowing a canoe behind her. It was so hard not to laugh. And I did the stairs, I did the elevator. Finally, Jen turns around. I thought she was going to absolutely kill me. And, but I was sitting here just, doing what I'm doing. And so it became this joke between Bella and I that whoever could kind of, photobomb the next person. She has learned about photobombing, which is absolutely hysterical. And she'll do it in Disney World, and she makes these cute faces. I wish I had the pictures because what she does is hilarious. The kid's hysterical. And she's hyper observant.
So Bella is a variant.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a little frozen, but that's okay.
We
can
are?
still hear you. Yeah, you're frozen, but we can hear you.
Oh, no.
You guys were frozen for like a minute, but it cleared up right away.
I've heard that about me.
James, I just want to address James in the chat that he lost one of his friends when he was a teenager.
Oh, wow.
I can't imagine what that would be like. I too lost, not to cancer, I lost a best friend when I was 20 and he was 19. So, and he was a best friend. So I can understand how impactful it is to have lost somebody at that age. So hopefully what we can do now is to help others not face loss, regardless of age.
Yeah.
We have that opportunity.
Without a doubt. And it's a horrible thing losing anybody at any point, but when you're in that developmental years,
it's so tough.
It's hard.
It's so tough. Because because when you're young, you feel invincible. Death isn't real. Even if you've lost family members, death isn't even real. Because you feel like you're invincible.
Well, and that's actually a great way of looking at it because it's funny to look back, and being in my mid 40s, and I sit there and I hear people talk and I go, if only, I remember being 20 and my parents saying to me, oh, you're just invincible. You think you're invincible and, you think you know everything. And if I could go back to being your age with what I know now, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy crap, I'm 45, I'm saying the same thing. It's like, I wish I could go back to 20 years old with what I know right now because, man, could I conquer the world.
But guess what, Dave?
Wow.
We can conquer the world now.
I'm working on it.
Yes.
Bit by bit. So speaking of conquering the world, now we're back in the.
See, I was going to do it too. Good job, because I was going to. Good segue.
So here we are, and we're in this upside down world. And you notice they were in a bowling alley where everything was backwards.
Yeah.
And then we were encountered by President Loki and his gang of variants.
Phenomenal. That was.
So did you catch all the Easter eggs on the way in?
A couple.
Frog Thor with the Mjolnir. Oh my God. That was
Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer.
Exactly, Mjolnir. That's what I was saying. And because you can see Frog Thor jumping, trying to get to Mjolnir. Because he knew
just like Thor when he was in the glass case on the ship when Loki tricked him and got him inside. So it was just like, and the best part about it is it says T365 on the glass for Thor 365. Wow. It's like an experiment. This thing had so many legs on it in about a 2.5 minute period. They showed us so many Easter eggs. I don't remember the name of the video game, but I remember seeing it at the time. But there was a video game that was pulled in the 80s.
The video game that supposedly caused
I always want to say it's Prometheus, but it's not that. It's like It's something like that. But they
Right.
pulled that in the 80s, and all of the references inside the movie, inside the bowling alley, have to do with it.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
The TV in the bedroom is on. It's loud.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's
I wonder if the
hysterical.
cat stepped on the remote. Manny, I just wanted to say, Manny, yes, thank you so much. I can see it on our team page for Moffat. So
Manny's the
thank
bomb.
you.
He's absolutely awesome.
It's there for Moffat, and that is amazing. So thank you.
Manny's an incredible, incredible guy. I'm absolutely floored by his generosity every day.
Dante turned on the TV.
So our cat turned on the TV. I wonder what he was trying. He was trying to watch Loki, probably.
Dante turned on the TV in the bedroom because I was sitting here and I'm like, what is that sound that I hear way off in the distance? And he had turned on the TV and apparently pumped up the entire volume. And I walk in there and he's on the bed and he just looks at me like, hey, Daddy, how are
How's
you?
it going?
Okay. I'm like, okay, Dante, apparently you got some things going on.
He wanted to watch Loki.
It was loud. You couldn't hear that?
No.
Oh, jeez. She's got bad hearing and she can't park a car.
Just not here.
I have a lot to say about that, but I won't. I'm not only a man, but I'm a smart man. So there were some really off the wall things that I want to just point out, because I want to point out a lot of the Easter eggs, because then when you guys go back and watch this tomorrow, and then we'll kind of go forward, because I want you guys to know, I went and I found an article. I totally cheated for tonight. I just want to let you know that.
Dave, it's not cheating to inform yourself, ever.
It's not, but I watched it 4 times, and as I said to you, the people that find these things, they scare me.
Well, I like how the young Loki was drinking an ecto cooler.
Right?
Because I was like, I saw the juice box, and when I went in, I was like, oh my gosh, it's an ecto cooler. That's fantastic.
Totally an ecto.
Yes.
And I said it to her, and she didn't get it because she's 6 years younger than I am. So a lot of things, we are very close generationally, right? There's a lot of things we share, but there are some things like ecto coolers. She's just like, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, he's drinking an ecto cooler and a juice
One
box.
of the greatest drinks. One of the greatest drinks.
Now,
Like,
only people from our generation.
Right, she just thought it was high C fruit punch. So it's
Was it not?
no, it was ecto
There it
cooler.
is.
That's why I said he's drinking an ecto cooler.
Is that a flavor of high C fruit punch?
You hear her?
It's
Is that
it's a flavor of high C fruit punch, but let me tell you right now,
it's better.
based on
There's-
Ghostbusters?
Well,
there's
yeah, I get
legit
that.
people who have never had it out of the can that you had to crack with the can opener
Oh,
don't
wow.
know the experience of drinking it out of a metallic tasting can. When you drink it out of the paper bag
It's a
or
different
box
taste.
or whatever, it tastes like ecto cooler. When you drink it out of a metal high C can that's been sitting around, totally different flavor. And I miss that. I can actually taste it right now.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
So let me put up. This is the name of the video game, by the way. It's right there.
Polybus.
Hollywood.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So it was, yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable that, some of the
good night,
references that they
Danny.
made were
He's
phenomenal. Let me see. Whoops.
Oh, Manny's calling it a night. Good night, Manny.
Good night.
Thank
Did
you
we
so
lose
much.
him? Oh,
Thank you so much for helping out.
Manny,
Not
thank
to
you, buddy.
us. Yeah, we were just saying good night to Manny.
Yeah,
We'll
no,
be
no.
back after to do more.
Yeah, no worries. Mod. Oh, God. Manny, thank you.
Dave, it's okay. It's been a
Oh,
day.
I've been doing this all day today. It's like when I'm not live streaming out in the parks, I can't speak. So I kind of give up on talking. But one of the things when they were in the TVA that they pointed out, and I have to tell you this because it's a super duper Easter egg that you'd have to be. You would legit have to look this up. Like anybody would have to look this up. On the TVA screen, on the monitor, it reads Oak Island, Nova Scotia. And in real life, it is believed that there's Captain Kidd's missing fortune is buried there, and that the Ark of the Covenant was there at one point.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's like a.
Isn't that super cool?
That's an Easter egg within an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Their job.
Like, that's somebody who, like, legit sits around and goes, I know everything about movies.
Yeah.
No kidding.
You know?
Yeah. Dave, I like to be right, but I don't like to shove it in your throat.
Oh, I'm gonna not touch that one.
Phrasing, Dave, phrasing.
I'm just going to move on to, as they were walking and they were heading in one of the directions. I don't know if this was as they were heading into the bowling alley or after they walked out, but did you see Ant-Man's helmet?
No, it was the Wasp's
It
helmet.
was the Wasp.
It was the Wasp. Yeah.
Was it?
It was a giant Wasp
It was
helmet.
the yellow. It was the Yellow Jacket's helmet from Ant-Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was
I
sitting
missed
in
all of
there.
it.
Michelle,
And
you
then-
I
got
think
Michelle has to watch the episode.
I did, but I think I was distracted.
Well, there's a lot of some of it went
distracted
by
by this.
so fast. It was like they show it for a second, and that's
Yeah.
that's the beauty of the Easter egg, because I know you saw the chopper that was sitting on the ground.
Oh, the Thanos chopper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
hilarious.
blown away by that. I was like, oh, you know, and I mean, but these are things where if you weren't paying attention, you'd be like, oh, there was a helicopter there.
Yeah.
And you would
yeah.
be like,
But
but
it
it's
clearly says-
Thanos.
Thanos.
Right down the side, and you couldn't.
Which, oddly enough, I didn't know that the weapon that he used in Endgame, you know, it's a helicopter blade. The little two,
And you put a handle on it?
yeah, and the handle in the middle. It's a helicopter blade.
Isn't that awesome?
That was a nod to that, and I didn't know that until I watched the episode. So
That's right. Crew it up.
crew it up. Just wait until Halloween. I'm going full on, dude.
Who am I going to
That's
be?
so funny.
I don't
Hold
know.
on a second. What's it
I
say?
might be Sylvie. Maybe I could be Sylvie.
You're too pretty for Sylvie.
I'll put my hair short like that. So it'll be like.
All right, so we'll just keep going.
You're too pretty.
Yeah. Mike Wheeler rocking it out. Sorry about that. My head was down because Mike Wheeler is an incredible mod who is always looking out for us.
Yes.
What happened? What happened, Mike?
No, we were going to screw up and do something stupid, but Mike just stopped us from doing it because I don't know how everybody knows I'm the newbie on YouTube. And I was just about to make a rookie mistake, and Mike just stopped me. So
What was it?
had
What was
to
it?
do with thumbnails.
Okay.
Oh.
I
Okay.
was going to screw up and do something I shouldn't have done, and he just corrected us and stopped us from doing that.
Awesome,
Good job, Mike.
Mike. Thank you
Wow.
so much,
Good
We love him.
work.
So
Mike. Mike, if you join our page, we would love to have you as a mod.
there you go.
Once
So we
we
went
have
over-
enough people
We went over all
communicating.
those things, and then what was the other? Oh, so now here's where are you a history dork like I am?
A little bit. He is, yeah.
No,
I'm a ridiculous history nut, and when I saw this, I didn't know what I saw. So this is the reason I actually went and I looked for it. But I had seen on the drive-in movie said something about Wrightsville PA. And it immediately hit in my head, and it went Wrightsville, PA, Civil War. Why is that ringing a bell? Why are they putting this in the movie?
right.
And so I had to go look for it. Did I even see it correctly? And that was what sparked the article that I found.
Sure.
And it's famous because it's where the expression about burning your bridges comes from, and about being careful about burning bridges. It happened during the Civil War. And what's so amazing about it is
Huh.
it stuck in my head. And it was like one of those things where if someone ever says something to you, you both just looked over there. Is everything okay?
Our cat
Well-
just like did this weird jump, and I was just like, what is she doing?
You both went like this, and it was like in sync. It went like, and it was like
She's like-
something flew across the room, and I'm like, I gotta
Yeah.
know what that was, because that was
It
so
was our
cool.
cat.
You both were.
Because
Anyway.
Dave, she's 16 years old, and when a 16-year-old cat moves quickly, you pay attention.
I was like,
Amen
what
to
is she
that.
doing? And now she's just
Amen
sitting
to
there.
That's hysterical.
Because here she is now. This is what she's doing now.
That's fantastic.
It's like, hey, look at me.
It's
look at me.
her Batman perch.
She's definitely Batmaning. Hey,
Yeah.
Percy. Hey, Percy. Did you guys hear her? Percy? Okay. Sorry, we didn't mean to interrupt, but we love our
You're
logo.
good. No, you're totally fine. That was funny. But again, it was the reason I went and looked for the article was just because I'm a history dork. And Wrightsville, Pennsylvania is not known for much. And so it was like, I assumed it had to do something with Marvelverse.
Right.
No one has an explanation as to why it's there. But they do point it out in the article. They sat there and they said, during Mobius' escape, you can spot a theater marquee that says Wrightsville Theater, Wrightsville, PA.
Right. I remember that. The marquee. I was like, that's a really odd thing because it's very clear, that marquee that they put out there. I remember that.
What I didn't catch was apparently in the TVA timeline monitor, it also says Wrightsville, PA. Now, the only thing I can imagine is that they're talking about Mobius and the fact that he's about to burn a bridge. That's got to be the only thing I can come up with.
That's right, because with the Tim Pad, he's like, I'm going back, and he's like, I'm going to burn this down. That's right.
He said, I'm going to burn it to the ground.
I'm going to burn it to the ground. You're right.
So,
which is foreshadowing. Maybe he shouldn't do that. Maybe he needs to go in there with a silver tongue and a soft glove, as opposed to a torch.
Or wait until whatever Sylvie and Loki are, what they find out before he takes any action.
Right.
Now, having said that, burning bridges isn't always a bad thing. I'm just going to say that because why not?
No, that's a great find, because I think
Fantastic.
I think that sets up the concept of consequences for action, because I think that's something that has been very prevalent within the show, because everything that is done, there is an immediate reaction to it.
I agree with that totally, and that may be it, because if he didn't reference it at the end and then walk through the door and it closes, and by the way, he also just took the only way to get back.
Exactly.
There's no way out now. There's one way forward. It's kind of like National Treasure at the end, where he's like, no, we're going to go out the throne room. There's only one way out at that point. And it is to accomplish your goal, accomplish your mission, move forward.
Exactly.
And I thought it was kind of interesting, because all of a sudden I see the door open and I go, but, and then he went through it and they didn't go.
Right. Because they were facing something greater, for the greater good. And for the greater good, to me, it was a tie-in to Miles from Moffat.
That's perfect.
I just love the episode because I liked the more quiet moments with Loki and Sylvie, and just
Sylvie is the best character I have seen in the entire MCU television universe.
Yeah.
No, I think the original Loki, comic book Loki, was probably the best by far.
I'm talking within the television.
Yeah, but he was just like amazing. Well,
he was the hero. He was the true hero.
He was. I was like, wow, this is a Loki doing this. It was incredible.
And it was amazing when Loki said, "We're more powerful than we thought."
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you obviously saw Asgard being built, right?
Beautifully.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say to you is, at first, when I first saw it and had the green glow around it, you know what it looked like? The Wizard of Oz.
You're
yes,
right.
I thought that too.
You're right. And that was very intentional.
Yeah.
How many times did they say in the episode about pulling the curtain back to reveal the wizard?
Yeah.
And so when they saw it with that green, the way that the building staggered up and came down, at first, the first thing I said to Jen is, did he just build the Emerald City? And I'm like, I know it's Asgard, but...
Yeah. But when it was first coming up, it's like it really did. I was like, wait. And of course, because of the way the color was, it's like, wow, it did look like that until everything started to come together.
But it was definitely a stylistic send up to there's someone behind all
Pulling
of
the
this.
strings.
Someone pulling
Well,
the
and
strings.
that's what they keep implying. So it's like they've made the implication 10 times that there's a wizard. Hang on a second. I got to just say hi. Hello, Adam. Who says that says Loki marries Lady Loki in episode 6.
There you go.
So, but you know,
Coming
they
to
keep-
theaters in
they
2023.
keep referencing the person behind the curtain. And
Yeah.
Right.
when they built that up, it was such an amazing thing. Now, what I find even more interesting is when they defeat the cloud, what happens? The curtain pulls back
It
and you
opens
see.
up.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
But
So
are we seeing another illusion? That's the question. Are we seeing another illusion, or is this actually the
I don't
quote,
think
unquote,
anybody ever
boss?
thought that they could beat it. So I'm thinking because we're going into episode 6, we're going to get the ultimate cliffhanger, yes, but he's a Mog. He's his own best friend. I love you, Jedi.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, I heard that. There's a few
So,
people
you know,
that
but when it goes
said that.
back like that, you know, I start to sit there because what did every person on that planet say? They could not be defeated. We're stuck here. This is it.
Yeah.
I believe that that's the great and powerful Oz. That's basically what they're saying is that is the reality. That is what we're seeing. When the curtain goes back, you do see Oz for who and what he is.
Yeah.
So I think that this is a pivotal moment in episode 5. I think it was unbelievable. But I've got to go backwards in time for a second and ask you guys about the rubber alligator on the hand. Is that not the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen?
Fantastic.
What
It
do
was-
it mean? And do you think it was a nod
He said
to
that's
Star
all
Wars?
his face. I thought it was funny, but
He was being fed wine, though. Y'all notice that that the alligator was
He
being
was
fed
squeezing the box wine. Yep.
Box wine.
you know what I was just thinking though, like what everything you were saying, Dave, about the Lokis that were there saying like that was kind of how they saw it. They couldn't get out. They're stuck. I know this is completely unrelated, but we've been watching. Why did my brain just go blank? That what is it called?
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars. And in the episode of Clone Wars, that's that planet that Anakin had to come and help them, or was it?
Ryloth.
Yeah, and it was exactly the same. Like it was something up there that they're like, there's nobody ever leaves. Like if you try, you're gonna die. Like this is just what it is for us, and this is how we have to live, and we have to like stay this way. And that just popped in my head because I think we just watched.
And I think that's one of the greater themes that came out of this episode was that, I mean, not to get cheesy, I think the overall theme that this episode was presenting was sometimes when you are faced with an insurmountable odd, you can gather your resources and overcome it.
Because we're stronger than we think.
Right.
He didn't say it.
Dave,
wasn't-
you nailed it. That's it. We're stronger than we think.
Well, and even Sylvie getting Loki to realize that because he's like,
Yes.
I don't have that power, and she's like, yes,
Yes.
you do. Like you do have it. Like she just had
Yes.
to bring that out in him because he's like, I can't do what you do. Like I can't do that. And it's like
We're all Loki is basically what they were saying is a unifying message that was we all can do it. You can do it. You put your mind to and accomplish anything. And that was kind of what
You
came
stole
up.
Emmett Brown's line. I don't like that.
But I mean, I just have to ask about the ridiculousness of the rubber alligator because I mean, it is so rubber latex. It is ridiculous. The hand coming off has no meaning whatsoever. The only thing I can tell you is when he holds his hand up like this, he looks just like Luke Skywalker. They do it with Groot. They do it with Bucky. They continuously take this appendage from people. And I'm just wondering if you think that they tried to tie it together. Was it an homage to Luke? Or is it just ridiculous and I'm just looking at this way too much?
I thought it was purely for humor and for him
Yeah, it is hilarious.
to express that way because
It was ridiculous.
that Loki was like a little, he was like beyond like.
But you know what honestly what it reminded me of when he got his hand bit off, right? It reminded me of Anchorman.
Yeah. And
when,
the fight scene.
in the fight scene, when Owen Wilson's brother, Luke Wilson, gets his arm cut off, and he's like, "Come on, man, come on!"
Yes.
Because I think
Really
I think
funny.
Loki even says, "Oh, come on," when the hand gets bit off. So
That's fantastic.
I literally think that's the writers having fun.
Yeah.
That's all I got from that. I don't think it meant anything other than that.
Well, and I think bringing some of those personality traits of Loki's like to his attention, because you see he's trying to avoid everyone. Everyone starts fighting, and then like our Loki in the show, he's like, "Oh my God!" Like just pointing out the absurdities of all of the other ones, and I think it's like showing him. He's like, "Oh my God! Like, are these all elements of who I am? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, get me out of this chaos."
And speaking of which, again, here's the history nerd coming out. You are aware of the USS Eldridge that they dropped in the middle of it and the significance?
That was interesting. Yeah.
You know what that is?
No.
That is from the Philadelphia experiment.
Oh, that's right. The movie, The Philadelphia Experiment. That's right. Because at the end of it, it disappears, right?
Yeah, and it's a mystery. Yes.
It actually disappeared in well, as it goes, it disappeared right in front of everybody. It never to be seen again. The entire crew gone, the whole night. I mean, so now it appears at the end of time. It shows up in this place where all of these things are happening, where you're seeing the Stark Industries building. You're seeing
right
now. I don't know if you noticed, but as they were panning in, all the buildings were laying flat backwards. So it was like something came in the middle, dropped, and caused this to go out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whatever has gone on here is destruction at its finest. It's the end of the world, so to speak.
Right.
And they just pulled back the curtain, and there's the great and powerful Oz. This is amazing. I cannot. What do you think happens in 6?
I think it's going to be a musical.
That's fantastic. I would love to see Loki with a top hat and cane.
Well, he did sing Asgardian songs.
Asgardian, that's right.
And that was
Asgardian
beautiful.
pop songs.
But I'm talking about like full on Brian from Family World, from
Oh,
Family
yeah.
Guy.
Yeah.
Dancing like top hat and cane, like boop boop boo doo. Like,
And here's the thing, Dave. I would not be surprised
No.
if they did that. I wouldn't be.
so Owen
Because the
Wilson
MCU
comes back on a jet ski.
Yeah.
Here's all I can say, and let me throw out several ideas at once, okay? WandaVision went sideways, right? It presented things from a multiple aspect of television history, right? And then we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was more standard issue. And then we have this, which is completely surreal, which takes us to another dimension and another time frame and another set of ideals, right? And then me and Michelle got to see Black Widow tonight, which was the most different MCU movie that we have ever seen, right?
No
I just thought
spoilers.
it was such a good story. It was a really, really good story.
It was completely different. And I really wish that it would have been presented before Endgame and Infinity War.
But it couldn't be.
That's where it fit. Chronologically,
Well, yeah.
chronologically, that's where it fit.
Yeah.
And I think it would have added that much more depth to when Black Widow gives her life for the solstice.
Then probably what it's doing is, let's be honest. They released these so far out of order, it's ridiculous.
Right.
And they're starting to play with time. So you're going to see things with like Doctor Strange, and you're going to see things with Thor 4, and with some of these things where when you watch them in order, the actual chronological, not when they were released, that you're going to have those backstories that got mixed in, and they're going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
So basically, the point I was making, if they did a musical, I would not be surprised.
Could you see now? Since you said it, I have to say this because do you know the immediate image I had in my head when you said it was Flight of the Valkyrie and Owen Wilson's coming in on a jet ski.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And speaking of
Yes.
Flight of Valkyrie, remember in Ragnarok when Loki touches Valkyrie and accesses her memories of when she fought Hela.
Oh,
with,
yeah,
with,
yeah,
with
yeah.
her
Yeah.
fighters.
Do you see why I picked it? Because it's like dan da da da, and he's
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
he's got that memory and he's got that passion and love.
Exactly. So, as silly as it sounds, I would get a kick out of something like that.
Yeah.
I
I'd
really
like to
would.
see the nod. I think it would be funny.
It would work.
So
Exactly. I mean, not a full-on the whole episode being musical, but I think that there's room for it within this episode to give us that type of entertainment, because MCU is doing some things that are so artistically different and daring that I don't know. I'd be very pleased to see it.
I think it's gonna be a cliffhanger. I
Oh, a
think.
cliffhanger.
Like it's
Yeah,
gonna be
definitely.
like
Definitely.
we're just gonna be like, no, why did it
No.
stop there?
Cliffhanger meaning yes.
Well, no, meaning I need more, and I need more now, not later.
like Mandalorian.
Yes, exactly.
How about that Boba Fett scene, right? Setting up the book of Boba Fett where he goes into Jabba's palace. That's a whole
See,
That's a whole
and that's exactly my point. Is I think that's what next week is going to hold. I can't wait for next. It's only a couple of days. I like doing this on Saturday night because now we only have to wait a couple of days. We get to see it. We get to watch it a couple of times. We get to digest it, read some of the things, find the Easter eggs so that we can come here and blow people's minds.
And Dave, guess what? I don't have treatment this week.
Yeah.
I don't have treatment this week, so next Saturday I'm going to be feeling like practically amazing unless I get sick.
Well, don't do that. So,
Brian, yeah, like if you want to be on the team, that's what we do is the virtual 5K option. There's other levels. I think they might even have a 10K, but we always just pick the virtual 5K is what all of our teammates are doing. But you're welcome to choose any of them as long as you pick virtual, and that way wherever you are, you're able to do it. And you'll fill out the registration and they mail everything to you. Let me show you guys. Can I show you our medals real quick?
without a doubt.
Awesome.
You're also frozen at this second, so I'll tell you.
Oh no,
when you
she's
come back.
frozen. Are we still frozen?
You're frozen at the second, so hold on a second. Keep moving around. Dance.
Ah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'll let you know when you're unfrozen. But Brian and Iad actually live in the area, so they may want to participate when we do the walk. It would not surprise me because Brian has, Brian's an amazing guy as well. So we have amazing people that are surrounded by that we've surrounded ourselves with, and he's one of them. He's phenomenal.
Are we still frozen?
You're still frozen. Now, what's funny is it looks like Michelle's singing.
Oh no!
You look like you're going. Ooh.
Make sure you
She's
screenshot
staring.
it.
Oh God, that's horrible.
Screenshot.
I don't want to see
I
that.
need to plug in the computer. I'll be right back.
And now you guys are frozen. I can see you guys, but I can't hear you now. Are you guys there? Your audio is out.
Okay, everything is frozen, and I'm gonna refresh, Mike, or excuse me, Dave. Hold on.
Yeah, they're back, but
Oh, look at us! Oh boy,
we took over the stream.
the stream is now ours.
What are you going
What
to do?
will you do? You're in our stream.
Hi, everybody.
Ha ha!
Okay.
Unfrozen?
Are we
Do.
You might have to.
Ah! Oh! Ah! Whoa!
Can everybody see them? Because we can't. You're all
Yeah,
good.
we can see them.
All right, everybody's
see
there.
them.
Fantastic.
That was fantastic.
That
I
was
just
the
saw the
funniest
replay.
thing ever. We just watched it. On replay.
That was
All right,
great.
so let's see some medals.
All right, so this is the very first year that we did it.
In 2019.
So cool little 5K finisher.
Oh, cool. Here, we'll go like this.
Yeah.
Actually see. Very cool.
Nice.
And
there's the.
last
And
year,
you see, every step inspires courage, and that's true, guys. And it might sound like ad speak, but it's true. Every step does inspire courage, because when you folks support us, it helps. It really does. It might sound silly, but words of encouragement mean a lot when we get up and we have to deal with this BS that's called cancer.
yeah. And
You see what's on the screen?
Oh, that's awesome, Mike.
Thank you,
yeah,
Mike.
I just looked at that and I was just like, that's incredible. Like we've raised almost $100 just by doing this tonight for Moffat, and that like literally means so
Oh,
much.
they're back. No, they're not back. Okay, they're back on here.
So that's the thing is when
Look at
we can
this
reach
one.
out as a community, this is what we can do.
This one is last year's that they mailed for
And
us.
show who the sponsor is. The sponsor, let's look how big it is.
Oh, well, that's cool.
The
It's
big
amazing.
sponsor, Auto Nation Toyota. That's a big deal.
And then that last year was Move for What Matters. That was like the theme. Move for What Matters.
And you see, Toyota Auto Nation sponsors that. So there are big people out there who are trying to help and make a difference.
Yeah.
And you can be part of that. You can be part of something that is much bigger than anything you could ever imagine being a part of.
Well, and that's exactly the point. So what we're going to be doing moving forward, since we brought up Miles from Moffat again, there's going to be a concerted effort to make a huge push at this point.
Right.
Why? I should have gotten involved a little bit quicker, sooner, honestly.
No, it's I'd have to say, like, when when I did it, whenever it was in May, I think, and I started talking about it, we were doing blocking and talking, and he's like, oh my God, Michelle, why are you talking about this? It's not until November. And I was like, I have to talk about it. So it's totally fine. It goes on, and we do it every year. So it's like we get into the summer and we talk about it, and all the way up until the event, and the day of, we can still raise funds. So it's
There you
cool.
go. Yeah, no doubt. But at the same time, it's one of those things where I can use my marketing genius for bad or good. And I would much prefer using it for good, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of times, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about with this. We get caught up in the mundane. We get caught up in the things that truly don't matter.
It
And
literally doesn't matter.
Everything that happens every day doesn't matter.
No.
You missed a TV show. Oh, shucks.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, if we can do something together, this is how things get changed.
Are we done with Loki?
So yeah, we're done. You know, and that's exactly the point is we need to be proactive. We need to look at life differently than we do. I hope that if COVID taught us one thing, it was that it's the people that are more important. It's not all the other crap.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I so hope that for people of just realize, putting things into perspective, like we were, you have to try to be positive about even the negative. And I think just this whole journey for us, it's like, we were actually talking to the nurse at Moffat about this, because she was sharing some not positive of what she sees sometimes. And like for us, it's made our relationship, like, you just can't even believe how strong, it makes a relationship when you have to go through something like this. At least that's been our experience. But I hope through, just like you said, like COVID itself, of the impact that's had on everyone in the world, of just realize that, you know, at the end of the day, like love and kindness and being good to other people, making these relationships with people, you know, building community support, even, you know, talking about a silly show together and having fun and laughing. It's like, those are the things that matter, you know. That's genuinely just goodness and kindness and love that matters. Nothing else does.
Hey, I love this girl. I love her, by the way.
And that was actually my point when we were talking before about when you guys do blocking and talking. It's genuinely for everybody who's sitting in the chat when I was talking about it. This is what you see. You see them sitting side by side, laughing, joking, building.
We get silly though. We do get a little bit silly sometimes.
That's a good thing. Everybody needs to be silly. If everybody was silly sometimes, the world would be less serious.
Just ask Bella, you know.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to do that. The next time we stream in the parks, I'm going to like do that. He's going to be serious and I'm going to be behind him like doing silly stuff.
Now, you guys are Star Wars people, but are you Star Trek people?
No, that's what our brother asked you. Our blocking and talking last week.
Froze at that, and that's really bad.
That is really funny. The reason I ask is there's a Star Trek with the Next Generation, and it's called Insurrection, and it's the one where Data tries to become the most human, and of course he's the android. And a little boy says to him, "Now remember, play a little every day." And
I love that.
And they all look at each other, and Captain Picard goes, "It's good advice we should all take."
That's awesome. I like that.
Dave, let me completely reframe that question or my answer to that question. I'm a fan of the Next Generation.
So have you seen Insurrection?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I mean, you got to remember that movie's 20 years old.
Hey, watch it.
Isn't it older than that?
It's old.
I don't judge things by age because we only get better. Thank you very much.
No. Dave, I'm not a young chicken either. I'm just saying.
Did you hear what I said? I said he's old too.
Again, you know, that's one of those things in this world. We get better with age. Except for chicken. Chicken gets worse with age, but you know. But you know, nonetheless, everything that's going to be happening from here on out, you're going to see how this community reacts. You know, tonight we were able to. Yes, we raised $90 tonight. If we could do that every night, you'll be at your goal in 9 more meetings or 6 more meetings. If we can do that and we can raise your YouTube awareness, your voice gets bigger. If we can grow all of these things so that collectively people need to know about you. They care. What I'm watching on the side screen over here is people who want to know how to help. And I love that. I'm seeing people share it out there. I've watched my friends come in over here and do the right thing. I'm going to tell you right now, I have no problem making people feel guilty. I'm good at it. And
we can play that card. No, I'm kidding.
Don't worry, I will. You don't have to.
Dave, as humble as I am, I will play the cancer card.
What did you just say when we were leaving the theater about something?
I don't know, but it was natural.
We were talking with June and Ray. Like, we were fortunate enough to go see Black Widow. They had the theater rented out, and I don't remember what you said. We were walking out, and I was like, you can't blame it on cancer. I was like, you can't play that card. And he's like, I can play that card whenever I want. And I was like, you're right. You're right.
That's when you go like this. I'm so happy that you rented out the whole theater so I didn't have to be around other people. You know I have cancer, right?
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
But that's the point, though, is
we have to laugh.
And at the same time, there has to be, you know, somebody who's out there championing for you too. It can't be just you guys, because you can't take this on by yourself. You can't do this, you know, and I'm not saying you're doing it alone, because I know the network you have around you. But I want to share it for everybody else so that they realize, you know, yeah, we're all good friends, but at the same time, we need them to jump on your side. And if I have to yank that string a little bit and make them feel like crap, I'm going to, because we want everybody to get out there. It doesn't have to be about money. And I said at the end of the last one, I'm going to say it at the end of this one, which is all you have to do is help. Lauren has already asked me to make a post for you for Instagram.
No, she wants to do something in one of her videos. She said she wants like a thumbnail
There we
She
go.
wants to. She goes. I know I have a smaller channel, but I'd like to do a video and throw out some support.
Amazing.
Well,
That way.
Amazing.
And Lorna's awesome, but hey, my question is, where's the Jaquetta?
I don't know.
She's
Where's
hiding.
the Jaquetta?
She could be ninja. I don't know.
She could be ninja watching. The other thing is she's not a big Loki person, so
Oh,
we'll send her
Mike-
a
because
message.
I know the Jaquetta. She's an OG.
She was in the last stream, just so you know, because she's a survivor.
Yeah.
That's what I
And,
mean.
Yeah,
So I
she's
was
a
looking forward to
survivor.
seeing her and connecting with her on that. And
She was in the last stream for
Mike
Miles
said you
Morales.
have to say her name 3 times. She'll
Yeah,
appear.
She was in the last one because that meant something to her. Loki means nothing, so she's not here. But you know,
And Mike, we would never make you feel guilty for eating three brownies. There is no guilt on eating 3
No, he's
brownies.
not sharing. That's what I said. Like that's not.
Well,
Who's got
yeah.
brownies?
Wheels.
Those have brown-
And he's
You know,
not too far away.
He doesn't live that far away. He better be careful.
Crew It Up is going to give me a bowling ball. Crew It Up, yes, bowling ball, because I'm going to have the robe and everything. I'm going to this Halloween. I am going to be the dude.
That's hysterical. So Manny never actually left because he's still here.
Well, I think
And-
he realized that we were going to the next stream.
And
So,
it says that his wife is a 17-year
yeah, I knew
survivor.
that.
Wow, Manny, holy crap. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that she's doing so well. That is so amazing.
That's
And
very, very amazing.
I can only imagine the elation and the happiness and joy that you must feel to know that she's doing so well. Manny, I
That's
feel honored to be
And
part.
that's why we're going to take the
that.
fight to this, though, DC.
Yeah,
We gotta keep it up because you fight every day, and we're gonna fight with you. We're
Look,
gonna fight for you.
They punched him in the arm, you guys. You want to see something that looks bad, but it isn't bad?
y'all really
Yeah.
want to see something?
Go ahead, show everybody what you're going through.
He
Can't see.
can't bend his arm the right way.
What are you doing? You're killing us. Where are you?
See.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
That is that's what, a blown vein.
Yep. Well, they were trying to access the blue vein.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hate when he comes home with that. I'm like, ah! I want
And,
to
and,
yell.
and I tell her it's not that painful. It just sucks because they're
Yeah.
like, okay, we're gonna count 1, 2. Mr. Cummins, I'm sorry. Oh God. We're gonna have to go to another vein. How about this one? Mr.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, and then they end up on the other arm. But
Yeah.
anyway,
It's no fun for you, and everybody needs to know it though.
But I prefer it to having a port.
To what?
a port.
Having a port.
He
Oh, a
refuses
port.
it.
I thought you said to have
A
it.
board.
I thought you said a Borg, and I legit was like, "What the hell does a Borg have anything to do with this?"
Well, basically, a port is like an assimilation.
It
They
is.
essentially they install something that's always hooked up to a
yeah.
bloodline.
Yep.
And he had one before, and he's like, "Nope, you're not doing it." So
If
we're gonna stick it out and not have one for as much as possible.
Manny's
Yeah.
about to drop something in all caps. I'm curious what this is going to be.
what happened?
He says, "I'm saying this in all caps."
Hold
Okay.
tight, Mike Wheeler.
I'm
'cause
curious what it is. So, Mike, turn down your volume. Let's see. Manny's typing, I'm sure. But anyway, so we had a good Loki tonight. We're good with that one. We'll wait for the next one. And let's see. I hate my veins. I have rolling veins. Oh no, that sucks. Easy to get an infection with port. Yep.
Yeah.
We had
That's
a
very
friend of ours that had it, and he got a massive staph infection.
Yeah, you have to be
No
so careful with those.
Yeah, he was in the
Gotta
wrong
have some
environment.
good Glad press and seal.
Yeah. DC, there you go.
The thing is, next week is going to be the amazing Loki closeout show. It's
Yep.
going to be mind
I'm so
blowing.
excited.
I'm figuring we're going to go on a half hour early. This way we can go for an entire hour.
Oh yeah.
And we
Did
have
you read what Manny put?
Nope, don't give away our secrets.
Nope. Did you see what Manny put?
Yes, thank you, Manny. That's beautiful. You see it right there?
That is beautiful. Manny, I hold that close to my heart because those are the kind of things that I need to hear. Those are the kind of things that lift me up and support me because it's dark sometimes. And as much brightness and positivity as I can put out there, trust that a lot of times I am pushing it through a veil of heavy darkness.
That's why we all need to be there for you.
We got to keep raising money so then they can say, guess what, guys? There's a cure for multiple myeloma. And that's the day that I want to hear as quickly
Amen
as
to that. Well, guys, I know that you also have had a long day, and I'm not
Yes.
getting rid of you, but I also know that I know how this goes, and I know you need to take care of yourself. And you need to, where are you?
Other way.
Somewhere? No. You need to take care of yourself, get over that sinus infection. You guys need to get some rest and everything. We're going to pick up the torch. You don't have to tonight. We're going to keep going. Get some rest. Get him some rest because I can see it. I can always tell when you're starting.
Yeah.
And I can see it in your face right now.
Yeah, it's still
So-
the weekend after treatment. So
I
usually
can see
Sunday is a big rest day. So we'll be
And this is
resting.
a CBD last night too.
Yeah.
Are you
Just
guys streaming tomorrow that we could tune in?
We will be in Magic Kingdom tomorrow.
Like 5,
Like
15.
around dinner time. We'll be in
Are-
there
Awesome.
tomorrow.
Are you gonna do Happily Ever After?
Of course.
Awesome.
Good.
We're doing it. And then I've been challenged, and I haven't told Jen this yet. And I don't know if I'm going to do it with them or if they're going to come with me to the second one. But I've been challenged to do Happily Ever After and Epcot Forever on the same night.
Do it.
Ooh.
Do it.
I'm doing it. And
Well, they
we're doing-
close at 10 MK, so you have to actually get in the car.
So what I'm thinking about doing, and I'm going to tell you off air because I don't want anyone to know how I'm going to pull this off.
Okay.
But I have a surprise weapon to do both of them in the same night. I'm going
Okay.
to pull it off.
Can I give you a tip?
Yeah,
Park at the Contemporary.
I have a better plan.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
I will tell you off air, but I'm not telling anyone because everyone's going to call me a magician when I pull this one off.
Oh, I'm so excited. That's fun.
And
Very fun.
here's the thing. I'm not going to cheat. I will be in Magic Kingdom and I will be in front of, definitely not in Town Square. I will be on Main Street and I will still make it to Epcot Forever.
I am very, very intrigued.
I'm intrigued myself.
I have a
I have no
plan.
idea.
Wheeler's sitting there going, I think I know how.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I have a plan. I know exactly how to pull this one off, but I have been challenged. The gauntlet has been set. I will do both in one night.
That is exciting. That's very
Yeah.
exciting. That'll give us
So-
something to look forward to tomorrow night.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna be doing tomorrow. We're doing MK. Monday we're in the park. Tuesday we're doing it's Anthony Mollerman's on AGT. We're gonna do a watch party for
Yes.
him to support him.
Awesome.
So we're gonna have everybody coming on in. I'm gonna try and bring in different guests like what you guys are doing right now. So we'll probably send you guys an invite. Come on in, say hey to Anthony. I want as
That
many
would be
people that know
amazing.
him just to be
Yeah.
like, hey, what's up? We're supporting you. I know he's nervous about it, so we're gonna do all those fun things.
Oh,
It's
that's
gonna
so
be a blast.
exciting for him. Yeah, that's this week. That's right.
Yep, it's Tuesday night. We're gonna be looking for that tomorrow. I'll be starting to post in Instagram because I want to build up a lot of things. I'm gonna get some people that really, to just support. Just like with you guys, we're gonna do the same thing, except this can be a little different. This is just for TV and it's all for fun.
Yeah, but it's awesome.
Hey,
It's
hey
awesome.
Dave, can I say something to you?
Sure.
Dave and Jen, I'm extraordinarily proud of the efforts that you've put forth and what you've done.
Thank you.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you.
You guys, I've seen the emotional responses that you've had to your achievements, and you deserve all of that amazing feeling that you have received.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank
It does
And we
mean a
can't
lot
wait
because
to get in the parks with you guys and have fun.
That's going to be so much fun.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, hanging out with y'all at the parks.
Oh, Mike wanted to make sure you saw that. about the burgundy ribbon. Absolutely. Burgundy, if you guys aren't aware, is like, you know how they have different color ribbons for the various types of cancer. Burgundy is for multiple myeloma. So like that, you know, that very
Wheels
dark red.
on top of it again.
Yeah. I've got like a drawer full of ribbons. So I
Do you guys wear
them.
shirts? Do you guys all wear shirts that match the day of?
Yeah, for Miles for Moffitt, if you join the team, you get a shirt.
And I'm thinking about designing a T-shirt for the team,
our
team,
yeah,
our local team, different from the Miles for Moffitt. Something that's going to be very specifically DC and Michelle do.
And the reason that I ask is you guys know that I've hooked up with somebody who is phenomenal, and I'm sitting here going, burgundy shirts sound like the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think, like he said, if you sign up for the team, they'll mail you the medal, T-shirt,
swag pack,
a bib that I love because you get to write on it. So it says like, why are you doing this? So I always get to write and put hearts and all this cool stuff for him. I love coloring and doing that and having fun. But they'll mail it all to you. But that's if you pick the team option. If you just make a donation, then of course you're just donating directly to Moffitt.
I'm just thinking, because I'm a fourth dimensional thinker, so I always sit there and go, there's what they do, and then there's like, hey, what can
that's what he wants to do, our own shirts this year, and just make it even bigger, and think of how we can get those out to folks.
Dave designed his whole thing. I have a company, B90wonderful.com, and all the design work is mine. And
anything that you need, all you have to do is say something, because I might just be a graphic designer and have everything in my wheelhouse if you need it. So if you need anything at all, including, we're also a marketing company. So if you need to figure out how to market it, sell it, get money raised for it, someone to sponsor or something, all you got to do is say something. I'll go find it.
Awesome.
Because you got,
my gosh, Mike, no way.
Hold on, Mike just sent a message that is outstanding.
You guys are gonna literally make me start crying.
Is this real?
I'm literally gonna I can't.
Hold on, is that real?
I'm gonna look at it.
Michelle's pulling it up.
Hold on a second. If that's real, I'm gonna freak.
Oh my God, you guys.
Is that real?
Yes. You guys, we've raised $795. I can't believe it.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, you guys are amazing.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That's what we're talking about when we talk about community. Like, this is just amazing.
Hang on a second. Amazing. I gotta look at this camera for a second. I know who you are. Thank you. I know exactly who you are. I know who did that. I know who you are.
Brian, I'm so glad you guys joined the team. You guys are just...
I know who you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
You are special people.
Yeah, your guys are amazing.
Affect people on a daily basis. You guys are amazing. I cannot believe I know you. I can't believe what you just did. You guys are super special. Thank you. More than I can tell you. What you just showed them. I know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I said before, and I know DC can't say much. I can't. There's no words to describe what that means, of just Moffitt getting to do more research and finding more and more cures and more treatment, because that's the name of the game.
And to think that this little group of people, us, is synonymous with other little groups of people who are doing the same thing. And if you have all these groups that are doing something tiny and small, the difference it can make on a wide scale is amazing. Yeah. So to feel like we are part of something like that,
you guys are incredible. That
was awesome, guys.
It's all inspiring. It really is.
Say who it was? No, I won't.
No. It's okay.
If you guys want to say it, you can, but I'm
No,
going
they
to tell you
did.
right
Watch.
now.
That should kind of say it right there.
I got to
Yes.
be honest with you. I have to say this. We have known them a short couple of weeks. I have watched them impact 3 people now. I've
Incredible.
watched them do it. They are amazing people who give selflessly. I can't even tell you. What I can tell you is this. They jumped in and helped Lorna get over her goal. They
That's
helped
amazing.
Mike and Stephanie start their wedding fund. They jumped in with you. They impact people in a way that's life-changing for people. And I love them and respect them tremendously for what they're doing. Because some people talk about changing the world and other people actually do it.
Yeah, guys, that's like,
They
wow.
do. They do.
Because there is
They are
no
doers.
try.
That's right.
Exactly,
You gotta do it. And that's amazing. I'm fumbling
one
over
night-
my words because I'm gonna get too emotional. And I'm
That's
the type,
okay.
it's like, if the emotions come out though, it's like, I can't turn it off. So it's one or the other. So I gotta hold it in because if it starts, it goes on.
I get it.
it.
I get it.
So I'm going to go ahead and push that button anyway. Because we're now $200 away from the goal that I thought would take a week. We did in one night. We're going to have this wrapped up by the end of next week. We'll have you over your goal. We're going to be pushing towards the next goal. We're going to be working on building a team on top of it.
Absolutely.
Team.
If we hit that goal, then it's like I want this to be one of the biggest teams, and I just want it to keep growing because, like you said, it's like when I talk about it, I'm like, literally, you can be anywhere in the world and connect with us and make that donation, and then on November 20th, it's like we want to do this all together. We want people out there walking and raising awareness and talking about it, sharing experiences. I can only imagine, we've heard a little bit in the chat, but I think all of us in some form or fashion have been affected by cancer, a friend, a relative, whoever it may be, but everyone knows someone. And I think we've got to just do better by one another and raising awareness
Exactly.
through action,
And we
Were
can.
you listening to the beginning of my last stream? I said
Yes.
almost those exact words.
That's funny.
We're on the same page.
Because all of a sudden I'm sitting here going, wow, I'm in good company. I said what you said. Unbelievable.
It's the truth. It's the absolute truth.
And that's the neat thing about this particular thing, because we're raising funds for all kinds of cancer. This isn't, pink month or put a ribbon on it month, all the things that are so inundated with popular media. This is something that affects all of us.
Yeah.
All of
And
us that deal with cancer.
like we're saying, it's not just talking about it or anything. It's actually taking that next step of taking an action that, now, scientists and researchers and doctors are expanding clinical trials, which, if you haven't, if you don't understand what that is, because I didn't understand the complexities of all of that until we're in this world, but how critical clinical trials are to finding new cures and finding new treatment. It's like, that's the name of the game. And like for his type of cancer and many like rare forms, it's about clinical trials, because if they can't do that work, then they can't find the next drug that's going to combat this nasty thing that we have to keep battling. Like if we just stop, there's no treatment. Like, and we have to just keep furthering that and furthering that and furthering that. And that's what this money is going to do. And that's incredible.
Well, we're going to build an incredible team around you guys.
Thank you.
We're gonna help.
That means everything.
We're all gonna help. We're all gonna be there. We're all gonna do our part. I'm floored by the love in this community.
Yes.
I'm going to share it far and wide that in this couple of hour time frame, people came together. They did something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we're going to affect
Amazing.
change by affecting others. And it's
Yeah.
just that simple.
Absolutely.
Get him some rest. You get some rest.
Yes.
Finish us out with your always saying so that everyone knows why you guys are so impactful.
Yes. And we love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night because we're going to
You
watch.
know it.
Tomorrow night's going to be amazing.
And I'm going to hold up your Loki horns.
Oh,
I can't reach your forehead.
You got me?
I got you.
Dave and Jen. And
You can't be serious with Loki horns.
wait. Wait. Dave! we have a glorious purpose, and that glorious purpose is eradicating cancer from this planet.
Yes.
And all that might be affected by it.
That's it. Now you got to say.
That's it. That's it.
Dude.
So Dave and Jen and everyone else, we love you guys. Thank you so much. And we look forward to continuing our fight together.
Yes.
Amen.
This is amazing. This is not a blip. This is not a one-off type of situation. This is something that is moving and meaningful and close to all of our hearts.
Yes.
So as we continue forward, we will remember our constant battle cry that we remember to do or do not.
There is no try.
Amen.
We love you guys.
I love you guys.
Get
Love
some
you
rest,
guys.
guys. We'll see
Bye.
you. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night,
Take
guys.
care, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brian.
Yeah.
Brian.
You're amazing. All of you.
Brian and Ian.
Amazing.
I'm watching you guys.
Always watching. Always watching.
I don't get choked up a lot, but even you got me. You got me. Doesn't happen often. It's
I gotta
not.
fix this. I can't
It's not in
like a
my
midget.
repertoire to get choked up. I don't do it. You guys are something special. I keep watching you interact with people. I keep watching you change people's lives. I keep seeing how you affect them. You are such a positive force on the world, and I am grateful to know you. Thank
Maybe
you.
we should take that ticker off because now
Yeah, I guess I can.
we decided to just continue the stream.
We're not going anywhere. We're going to stay in
Um,
here. I'm sure we're going to not have everybody where they need to
I
be.
was cheated by certain things, so
Yeah, I've been told not to switch streams by someone much smarter than me. Although most of you are. Why can't I find? Whoops! Why can't I find it?
I don't know what you're looking for. You're not
Oh, I know where it is. It's this one. Ta-da!
I thought it was like highlighted.
Yeah, I'm super impressed by the people that have found us and that we have found. And it is a tremendous feeling to know you all, to see how you come together. Some of you met DC for the first time tonight. He's an amazing man. Let me tell you a little bit about Michelle, because we've talked about DC a lot. She has battled for the last 2.5 weeks. Hang on a second, because I'm going to put this up.
Should just read it on my
'Cause
phone.
I
I'm
can.
a moron. Like,
David, Jen, it's easy to give to great people for great causes when we're able to. Your words are too kind, not even a little bit. I don't take compliments well, neither do I. I just give when I can. Life is short. Amen to that, brother. All I can say to you is I've just watched how people affect people. And one of those people is Michelle. We always talk about the person who is sick. We always talk about, what can we do for them? Michelle is cast iron.
oh gosh, yeah.
I'm not going to share with them because she did not, and I'm not going to. But their last 2.5 weeks, I don't know that I could have went through it. Not the way they did. I might have made it through it, but I don't know that I would have made it through it the way they did. What you're seeing with them right now is the culmination of an 18 to 20 day period, like something you read about as fiction. It's been unbelievable. So all I can tell you is we're impressed with them because he's an amazing guy, does everything in the world. It's why I kind of pushed him out tonight, because at the end of it, I can always tell when he starts getting tired. He's got to have his rest. He's got to have his ability to let his, I mean, he took treatment on Wednesday. He glanced over what happened this week. Now, he didn't tell any of you. And I'm going to go ahead if I overstep on this, DC, because I'm sure you're still watching. My bad. I'm just going to do it anyway. He had 3 treatments on Wednesday.
They mentioned it.
I know, but he didn't say what. He had his normal every 2-week treatment, which, by the way, is no joke. He gets sick as hell from it. He does quite well, and the steroids play with his system. And it was all over the place. His once-a-month treatment is horrific when he described it to me. And his 3-month treatment is something I didn't even know they did to people. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't know how it's done. Matter of fact, I do know how it's done. I'll tell you. Because the truth is, for this man to be sitting here tonight with us, you have to understand his ability, his power. And I'm going to tell you right now, because when I read this the other night, I didn't know what to say. I had absolutely no words.
Which, for Dave is rare. So
it's saying something tremendous when I don't know what to say. I was floored. I didn't know what to say. And then I'm going to read to you afterwards what he said to me, because I probably never laughed so hard in my whole life. So this is the text message that I got from him Wednesday afternoon. He said to me, he goes, "Dave, per your request, I'm checking in and giving you a status update. Today was a full treatment day with a little added kick. When I say a full treatment day, I'm referring to receiving all the meds I normally get in my treatment regimen. And that only happens once a month. Every other is a treatment session that's reduced in type and amount that's given. So that was expected. But what had slipped my mind was that the treatment that I had received every 3 months, that drug is an acid which eradicates the lesions on my bones, which in turn helps my bones heal themselves from all of the literal holes in them. This is very good and helpful medicine. That being said, I bet you can imagine the accompanying icky feelings that occur while the acid is doing its thing. So all in all, I'm doing okay, just staying ahead of things by mitigating my pain. So beyond treatment and meds that I received via infusion today, I got a whole slew of people helping me to feel better, and not mentioning additional anti-nausea medications. How are you guys doing?" I'm not kidding. The man literally finishes sending me that there's acid in his body, eradicating lesions, helping heal the holes in his bones, and he has the time to ask me how I'm doing. So we kind of go back and forth for a few times, and he kind of was telling me how he was feeling and this and that, and then goes on to sit there and say, "Hey, I'm doing my best to navigate the funky feeling." This was later that night, by the way, a couple hours later, because I went and checked on him. And he said, poor Shelly's going to have to deal with a head cold. She can't take off, blah, 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 blah. He goes, fortunately, by tomorrow, I will be feeling a lot better and can take care of her. So I'll be preparing lots of comfort food as her personal short order cook. This is 6 hours after he sent me the first one. So he then asked about Bella. We kept going on and on and on. We were talking about things. And then I realized he was feeling like crap. So I started talking to him about things to take his mind off of it, like YouTubing, park merch, all this different crap. And I even said to him, I know none of this matters. I'm trying to distract you. So you have to understand, this man sat here tonight. We're an hour and 46 minutes into the stream. He just left. He did 40 minutes before on the way home. On the way home from a movie that he sat through for 2.5 hours. This guy's a friggin', I almost just said that. Whoops. This guy's a friggin' warrior. He's a warrior. I'm honored to know him. I'm honored to know Shell. I cannot believe what they go through. I cannot believe that he could be sitting here tonight as long as he did and push through it. He didn't bitch or complain one time. Not once. If any of you didn't know his story, would you think that he had cancer? I don't even know what to say. My BS that goes on in my life, in my world, it's bad. It fails in comparison in every way imaginable. And their last 2.5 weeks, by the way, have been, people write fictional movies about what just happened to them. Unbelievable. It is an absolute honor to know them. It is an absolute pleasure that I get to talk to him on a daily basis, because no matter how crappy I think things are, here's a guy who had all of that happen to him this week and the last 2 weeks and takes the time to ask me how I'm doing. Put that in perspective. Anyway, so now that I've just gut punched everybody again, because I'm good at that too. And Manny, that's the point. There are so many people. I remember when my mom went through it. I remember when Jen's grandfather went through it. I remember when my grandfather went through it. I remember. As they said, we all know somebody who has been through it. We all know somebody who's been affected. We all know somebody who's been touched by it. So I can tell you Florida Park Explorers will be moving forward in such a way where we will be making sure that we grow their community, we grow their YouTube channel. That's amazing, being at $7.95 when they started this night at $170. In a matter of minutes and in a matter of people, because you guys affected a movement again. You did it to help us get over 1,000, which is so appreciative. It's ridiculous. But you just literally put $600 more towards them, towards curing cancer, towards helping them find a cure. You don't know what you just did for Michelle. If nothing more, you restored some hope, some feeling. And I appreciate it. So, kind of weird to jump in after all that. So I guess you know what I need to do? Because you can't take anything serious when you're staring at an alligator with horns. And I got to lighten the mood a little bit because we're going to shift gears. And it's weird to shift gears when...
But not with an horned alligator.
That just drank wine.
Yeah, like, come on. I had to get the one in the pool because I thought that was the funniest one.
So now I'm going to start off with this because, well, I can. Let me finish up with what everybody's saying. It's easier to move a mountain when you have, amen to that. That's how you move mountains. You have to have people. Here comes the Cavs. He announces it. I'm with you. I'm going to put that up. So let's try.
Let hummus and
See? Hold on a second. Here's the transition now, everybody. There we go. We're now I can't speak. I give up today. All right. So this here, if your head goes that way and my head goes this way, it fits in the middle. Put your head out here. Nope, other way. There you
Oh,
go.
the
Ready?
bundle. Okay, I know what you're doing.
So while we were in the midst of our week this week, because we've been talking about the 1,000, we stopped paying attention to other things. This happened last night.
Maybe.
So I don't know where that happened. Thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you.
That's 55,000 views. We've cleared the halfway point over to 100K. We are now averaging about 5,000 views every 3 days. Thank you. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, to me, it's kind of crazy. It's one thing about this community. Is exactly right, Mike. And
Manny, you can put your number out there for your group. Absolutely.
yeah, without a doubt.
Because I know your group exploded this week too.
Yeah, you were at 1,100. Let's see what your new number is.
And Adam is Groot.
I'm
So
not paying attention. I am Groot. I am Groot.
yeah, I didn't even know, and all of a sudden I get a notification that you were tagged in a story, and I was like, "What?"
I am Groot.
I go, "I didn't get a TubeBuddy notification."
I
I'm
am
like,
Groot.
"Okay, Groot."
1,200. That's 100.
Manny, that's
Since
fantastic.
This time last night, when Bella was eating her donut, he was at 1,100.
That's fantastic.
Actually, I guess this wasn't this time last night.
No.
This is when we put her to bed because of that.
Oh
donut.
yeah, because of the donut Manny bought.
So, let's see what other things are going on. Did I not load anything else? Wow.
Well, you're on this
really-
tablet. You just have to. And
No, it's all in there. Those
Oh.
are the after the parks. We didn't switch those things. We already went over that.
go back to chat so we can see it.
I don't want to. It'll tell me
must.
right there
Oh.
if there's something there like that. See how 2 of them just popped up? Bing, Poppy, hello there, and LOL, oops. Don't worry about it.
worries. No, it's okay.
If you didn't do it, I would have
She-
stuffed her
we-
full
yeah,
of it anyway.
we-
So you got to be kidding.
Please, it's okay. She
Um,
wanted to stay up tonight to talk to DC, to say hi to DC, and I'm kind of glad she didn't because he came on a little later than because the
You think?
10:30 was pushing it, but yeah, but no, she wanted to actually stay up and
So
do that.
now that we're
Thanks,
switching gears
Manny.
to that was what I was going to do because we've officially moved over to after the parks. Bum, 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 bum. All right, I'm getting ridiculous with this stuff. Adam's gonna yell at me in a minute. So this week in the parks, we're gonna do a little recap, talk about what's been going on, what is going to go on this week, and get your guys' feedback on some stuff, and we'll kind of go from there. So this week, Bella and Jen weren't in the park with me that much because Bella wasn't feeling that hot, but we did the split screen. I'm curious what everyone thinks about the split screen, if they like that, so that, this way I can do some more solo stuff and I don't have to drag the kid into the park every day. If you guys like that, let us know. If you don't, also let us know, because again, we want to be bringing to you what you want. Obviously, there was also kind of a major announcement, which I'm going to go ahead and just be me because why not? I love doing it. Boom, boom, boom. We had 1,000 subscribers. Couldn't have done it without you guys. We truly, truly appreciate it. I'm going to leave my ticker up because I can and I want to. 31 subscribers. So, the bottom line is this channel has grown ridiculously fast or quickly, depending upon if you want to have the correct grammar. I don't really care because it's 2:00 in the morning. But we're legit averaging 5,000 views between every 3 and 4 days.
And we want to thank everybody who's sharing the stream, who's in the stream with us, watching. We really appreciate it. I've gotten a lot of messages from people for all different kinds of things, and we really, really appreciate it. I'm talking very low so I don't start crying again.
I won't do that.
No.
So the other thing that's happened that's been amazing is and by the way, yes, I play off like the person that you see in front of you, but I pay attention to everything. I just do. It's part of my nature. I pay attention to everything. I don't miss much. I do miss people falling off of rides, but that's because I'm staring through a camera. But grew it up. And I saw your message. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. I promise you when Jen starts talking in a minute, I will read it. So I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you because I'm not. I'm here to yell at Dave. So I don't miss much. And I've been listening to people out there, both when we've walked into them in the parks, other channels, whether they've reached out to us privately or online. We've done something I never actually expected this quickly. I figured I had to be like JoJo's World in order to get recognized. I thought that if I didn't have a substantial amount of subscribers, that we would just be another channel. And I'm not hearing that anymore. I'm not hearing the things we were hearing 2 months ago. It's totally different. I mean, it is, I don't even know what to say. It started in Disney Springs not that long ago when cast members were giggling and talking and saying, I subscribe to you, I watch you.
Yeah.
And I started paying attention as I'm talking to people in line and I'm on their phone because they sought us out on YouTube because they knew we were YouTubing.
Or they're standing in front of you online and they're in the chat, which is like
or behind
awesome.
us and I hear my voice.
Yeah, that was weird because Bella's like, Daddy, I hear your voice behind us.
That's fantastic. So
we think
we did. We're pretty sure.
We're pretty sure.
But the point is that we're hearing it more and more. I'm a channel. Which is a channel. 1,000 subscribers.
It's our nightly glitch, everyone.
Yeah, we have to have that, otherwise it's not normal. We have 1,000 subscribers. We don't have 5,000 subscribers. How does everybody know who in the world we are? How are so many people watching us? We don't know. How is it that I've been on Pete McDivot's show twice in 2 days? How is it that I've met Anthony the Molar Man and Jerry and Chomps and Diz Our Dream and Dad Builds and on and on and on. And I go into chats with the Turners, they're great people. We went into Myra and the Mouse. They can't wait for us to, just meet up and say hi. Same thing happened with Vacation Exploration.
Busy on Disney, he's thrown a lot of support too. So, and Adventures of Mike and staff have thrown a lot of support.
I can't even get to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's my point.
I mean, there were people looking for us. We weren't looking for them. It was like, oh my gosh,
and Manny.
And Manny.
And that's the thing is, we even have people who are coming in from other channels that mod for other great people and other great channels that are sitting here saying, hey, we see what you guys are doing. Mike's another one. And for those of you who don't know, the reason that we got to meet with Pete is because of Mike Wheeler. And how do I know this? Because Pete shared it with us last night on the show. We already knew it. But Pete made sure we knew it. The people around us are helping affect change. I never expected anything like this. I figured, I had one idea of what YouTube was in my head and got into this, and I'm no longer knee deep, not even waist deep. I'm almost up to my chin. And I see how everyone is affecting us in such a positive way. And you guys are doing an amazing thing that I truly, truly love. This was more fun than I can possibly tell you. These days of going, like the other night when we ran into Epcot, we were sprinting to get to Epcot Forever. And all of a
Chuck
sudden,
Taylors are not the thing to do that in, by the way.
No, not really.
Like,
and what was really funny about it was we had like all these compliments and we were in the perfect spot. I just happened to make it to that point because that was where the fireworks started
And
when I was running.
We got props because we were the only ones that did Epcot last night too. So.
And we're going to be out there every single day doing what we do for you guys.
Yeah, Manny, you're right. Mike Wheeler is amazing. Like,
Mike
trying to get you to cry, Wheels.
Yeah, good luck with that. He's got no soul. I've seen the things he said to me. Yes, I was chopping onions. And, you know, look, at the end of the day, I did not know that I would meet great people, that I would have the relationships that we are building with a lot of you. We will not ever get to the 140,000 phase and not remember the first 1,000.
Oh, yeah. Never.
I can tell you that right now.
Never.
I'm not saying I don't care about the next 1,000 people and that I don't want to get to know them, but I won't forget you people because I've spent a tremendous amount of time talking to them. I'll never forget sitting in the middle of the night talking to Jedi about how to build his page and watching pictures of Luke and listening to him jam. I won't forget those things. I won't forget the personal interactions. I won't forget the first time Adam came in and sat there and said, "You'll ban me within a minute."
I think you won a hat that day.
I think you did win a hat. So I won't forget how I met people or where we were. That one little spark pushed us over at 300 and 500. We did contests and met people. I won't forget these things. That's not who I am. I don't forget them. You know, we're only going to build a community that allows us to go in the right direction, that allows us to be positive. Pete always talks about, you know, this man, crap, it's wrong shoulder. This man right here. And how he failed a million times. Oh, no.
No, I didn't want to put that up there, but.
Jen banned me at least. No, that's blocked.
And that wasn't me, so.
Yeah, by the way, somebody who blocked you, by the way, he's not terribly happy.
Good night,
with us.
Bobby Bobby. Thanks for joining
Poppy,
us.
by the way, thank you for throwing up that stat of the 1.05 because I was about to get to that.
1050.
So thank you for
right
that.
now.
We're already at 1050. Side of Orlando, thank you very much. And by the way, I was reading everybody's thing and I saw what Jedi wrote and I hadn't got a chance to get to him either. He was after the Poppy comment. You know, I don't know how to be anything other than myself. I've said this to all of you before. Vlogging wasn't natural because there was no feedback. This is the only thing that makes sense to me. So I truly appreciate you. You know, believe me, I can't speak today.
It's okay. I can talk a little.
You know, and Side of Orlando, I appreciate that because we want to do something that affects change. We do it in our personal lives, which when we're off camera, we don't tell anybody about. That's why we were late last night. You know, a lot of people say, what kind of charity work do you do? I'll tell you offline. But at the end of the day, we do charity work as often as possible. It's who we are. It's a part of what we are. We are building things online and offline. And this is going to be absolutely amazing. What in the world did he paper clips in LAC?
He wants to go to conspiracy. That's why he's like sitting here. You know this.
There's no other. There you go. If you don't want to watch my car stereo for at least 5 minutes.
You don't know what good TV is all about.
That's right. But, you know, that's the point, though, is I don't want to be late for my streams. I don't want to be somebody who pushes back. The only reason we're pushing back lately is because the weather has been horrible. And Bella's been sick twice now. So I'm not gonna do that. Like, I just won't. They come first, period, end of story. And all of you get that. And I don't ever have to explain that.
Those that were in the tornado with us, I think, really know that.
You know,
and people that know other things.
However, the stream went on that day. You know, we went to Rise of the Resistance, sopping wet.
And those of you and everyone that knows other things that have gone on. So,
you know, but you know, and Brian, you're exactly right. We'll show the good and the bad. I'm not perfect. I'll show a different side for just a second. There's only one perfect person who ever walked on water. It wasn't me.
And Mike Wheeler's gonna kill me for doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. You'll see. Come on.
When my wife does things like this, it's one of the few times the hairs on the back of my neck stand up and I actually worry. See, Mike won't ever drop his own link in. And for
But
those of you who don't know, Mike's in the process of building his own channel. We also need to show him a tremendous amount of support.
I threw Brian Niaz up there, and Sites of Orlando has a page too, that they're growing. So
Anybody who, is a friend of this channel, we're going to be a friend to you. We're going to help build the community around us. That's who and what we are. There's a different way of doing this, in my opinion. I have always gone against the grain in some capacity. I seem like I'm doing it again. This time it seems to be working. Most of the time I just piss everyone off. In the business world, that's not a bad thing. In Disney, I can't tell you I wasn't a little bit concerned that I was kind of doing it wrong. But I'm going to tell you, and I won't tell you who said this to me, but it meant a lot that they did. Someone reached out to me and said, I don't understand. And by the way, this person has a substantial amount more subscribers than I do. And when I say substantial, I don't mean like, oh, they got 2,000 people. I mean substantially more than I do. And they were like, after they kind of said it to me, I think they realized what they said and then said, please don't repeat this.
but we won't name them.
So I won't name who they are. But I will say this to you. They were like, I don't understand how at 1,000 subs, you have a 2,500 view video, 1,800 view video, 1,500 view videos. It's supposed to be the other way around, where you have 1,000 subscribers and you have 600 views or 400 views. So my next message will be in 2 comments.
No.
And I hate Dave. Man, I can't wait to meet you. So, the simple truth is I don't understand it all. We have, let's see, we know you're not perfect. We don't expect you to be perfect. If you pretend and act like you were perfect, I know where this goes.
I do too.
I could actually finish this with the most disparaging comment in the world, and I would have everyone unsubscribe in 5 minutes.
Yeah, then don't say a word.
I'm absolutely going to remain silent. You are not being truthful to yourself, and if you are not truthful to yourself, you will attract others that are not truthful to you. Amen to that. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I actually listen to my mods. I have been in channels over the last couple of days. I ninja watch all the time. There's a lot of times I don't post. And it's because I'm not trying to draw attention to myself. It's not about Florida Park Explorers when we go in. Sometimes I'm just excited by what I see and I want to jump in, or I see people that I know and I just want to say hi.
That's what I usually do.
And, I'm just breathing larger. That does not surprise me. But when we jump in, it's not about promoting our channel. It's about saying hi. It's genuinely about trying to interact with the community. I feel like more and more lately, it's not that. And I've been contemplating, do I do things differently? As a good joke, I met somebody the other night who has a fictitious account that I almost cried about.
Which we don't, yeah.
Now, I have no idea. By the way, Mike, I know you know him. He was in a hot tub. I don't know I know his real name. I know what everyone knows him by. And I know the fictitious account that he busts Chasing Judas Mike with. I've been contemplating having that fictitious name because I don't want to go into chats and it be about me. I don't want it to be about Florida Park Explorers all the time. Like, that's not what we're here to do. Sometimes it's to support another channel. I do like the ability sometimes when a chat is going slow to jump in and get the conversation moving. Sometimes that helps, and that sometimes is what you'll see me do. But I want to surround myself with good people. I don't want to be that name dropping person who I don't know anybody and I do it because I won't do that. And you will always get who and what we are. I kind of pointed out to everybody that it is very, very difficult to lie straight faced for hours and hours and hours. It's very, very difficult. It's not hard to do in a vlog. You can edit it out. And in the beginning, when I was trying, I have been like everybody else in the world. You fake it till you make it. And when we were vlogging, I was faking it because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. And I would edit out some of the things where I'd be like, did you really just say that out loud? Like, what are you, stupid? And I would take those things out. So you guys know I did not quit playing music. I don't know. YouTube's for my dogs.
That's beautiful.
I love that.
That's a beautiful.
And that's why I'm always going to call you Stone Cold Jedi. So there you go.
And Mike even picked up on it too. Which is
Hey, look, you can change your name 15 more times. You will still be Stone Cold Jedi. I just have to figure out who the hell you are on YouTube. And I have my own. Thank you very much. 15 years though. This one has decided that she would stick it out with me so far.
yeah.
So, as a matter of fact, what is today? The 10th?
Yeah, it's until like the 26th or something like that.
Yep. We have 2 more weeks to go. 2 more weeks, and we'll be celebrating 15 years, not of marriage, but 15 years of being together legitimately every day, all day. We have worked together every day, morning, noon, and night, for 15 years. So we're trying to do something a little bit different. We're different than everybody in the sense that we're absolutely insane and we know it. And the fact that you all want to hang out with us tells me something about you. So, anyway, moving on from all of the sentimentality, because I truly enjoy all of you and it's a lot of fun. This week we did hit 1,000. We went from 45 to 55,000 views in literally under a week. That's 10,000 views. Even I can do that math. It's been tremendous. We're going to be doing an amazing giveaway. Don't judge me. Judge you? Are you kidding me? I think we actually may have some relatives that are in common, and that's a threat, by the way. You don't wake up with a pillow covered. It's kind of like that Goodfellas moment when he wakes up and the 357's in his face. Never had one of those, so we're doing something right. Edmund Taylor, thank you so much. Cedar Point. Is it Cedar Point? Ohio. Yeah. We're gonna do a kind of a weird country tour. I don't know if we're gonna make it up into the Northeast. That may be.
I was at Cedar Point when I was very, very young, so I don't remember it.
We may do a Northeast trip because we have family up there, and it might be. Or I think we're gonna do our out west trip first, and then we're gonna do a Northeast.
Oh wow. So does everybody know, like, Cedar Point, what TV show amusement park scene was filmed at Cedar Point? And go.
What?
You don't even know this.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I said, what TV show, when they visited an amusement park, was filmed at Cedar Point?
TV show, not movie.
TV show.
When they visited it.
When they visit Cedar Point.
Is it actually called Cedar Point?
No, the name of the show is not Cedar Point.
No,
it was a
I'm saying
sitcom in the late 60s, early 70s. Oh, I just gave it away.
Yeah, well, no, I knew who you were talking about,
Yeah.
but I was saying, is it named Cedar Point in the?
No, they don't actually name it.
Because they're in another state.
Well,
They're supposed to be in another
they're
state.
supposed to be. Not good guesses. Got to go back earlier.
Has to do with 3 boys and 3 girls.
Yeah.
The youngest ones and girls. Let's see. If it could be real open and raw, the last few weeks, been a mild depression because of my aging parents.
Yeah,
Brady Bunch.
we got Brady Bunch. Good job.
Brian, I got to be honest with you. You're usually the person who gets me to open up, and I hate you for it. So I'll say this to you: the last 2 weeks, or 2.5, maybe 3 weeks, I've been getting absolutely destroyed from every angle. Honestly, the one thing that has kept me level, sane, and normal as much as I can be on any given day has been doing this. This is like therapy in almost every way. Like, it's ridiculous. So to hear that, it makes me feel better. Um, Honestly, we're getting destroyed on the other side of this camera right now, and I think we might come out of this in the next 2 weeks, but I think the next 2 weeks are just as bad. And we'll continue to do this. And I have wondered whether or not it came through at all. There was one day where I snapped in Magic Kingdom, and I didn't mean to do it. Yeah, it was not a shining moment. And I appreciate the people who calmed me down while I was getting on People Mover, because what actually happened inside of my head versus what came out, thankfully, were quite different. Because the Hulk let go inside of me, and I don't know what stopped it from coming out, but I didn't say it. And I don't know if it was just simply self-preservation because I knew I was live. But yes, I can appreciate that. And I always want to be able to reach out to people and keep it light and remember that I mean, for the love of goodness, I'm in the park. Like, I get to do things people don't get to do every day. I tell my kid how lucky she is, like about 46 times a day. So I have to remember my own words sometimes.
Well, we have friends that like came to see us, and we took them to SeaWorld, and we didn't do a vlog that day. We just had a good time. And the first thing he said to her was like, "Do you know how lucky you are that you can go to Disney World any day? You can go to SeaWorld any day, Legoland." He's like, "Most kids don't get to visit Disney World like at all." So we're thankful for that, and
Yeah.
we're thankful for you guys too for coming along with our zaniness.
I saw a video on Instagram the other day, and somebody that I'm friends with, and I honestly would love to tell you that I remembered who it was, but I don't. Unfortunately, I have 10,800 people that I'm friends with on Instagram. Which kind of tells you otherwise. That's fantastic. So on Instagram, her mother came to visit her in Orlando, and they surprised her with tickets to Disney World. And that would be endearing in and of itself. And you'd be like, oh, wow, that's really cool. Well, her mother is like 64, 65 years old, and it was her first time to Disney World. 65 years old, never been. She walked in, she burst into tears. It was one of the most endearing things I've seen in a long time. But it puts it in perspective. Tonight, I sat here, and I could literally load them right now and show you, but I was sitting where I'm sitting right now. I was 4 feet right there, looking out my window right there, taking pictures of the fireworks. There was one that was so loud, my television rattled.
Yeah, that was a little crazy.
My TV rattled. It's 12 feet from the door. My TV rattled.
And then 45 minutes later, you hear Epcot and see flashes, but it's
I get to live a life that not many people do, and I'm grateful for it. But Brian, I totally get it. And by the way, I also get exactly the topic you're talking about, because I too am battling the same thing. So I would say this to you. We all get to do things together. If for only a moment we get to take a break, put our stuff down. Which way is the wind? Mike, look that way. If only for a moment we get to stop and remember there are people battling way worse crap than we are. It's horrible. Our own lives, we get wrapped up in it. Even I do. I get stuck in it sometimes and I can't see past it. I then have to pick up a camera, point it at my face, or point it elsewhere, hopefully, and talk to you guys. And I have to remember, I can't pick it up and go like Eeyore and be like, "Hey everybody."
That would be actually funny if you started
Today
with Eeyore.
we're in Magic Kingdom, and Pooh took my honey and someone took my tail.
So I want to address what Edwin has to say. There's actually no traffic because we live on the backside of property. So
We live where there's no traffic.
it's,
Luckily, we used to live where all the traffic was.
oh yeah.
And it wasn't that it was bad. It was annoying at 3 a.m. There would be street races.
So we had a great view of Epcot
and Hollywood
Hollywood
Studios
Studios.
and Magic Kingdom.
and you could see the swan and dolphin
We could
too.
see everything. 'Cause
Yeah.
we had a condo that was up on the top floor, and we got to see everything. It was fantastic.
But this,
The people there sucked. Anyway,
but this is so much better.
yeah,
Like,
this is here it's ridiculously quiet. I couldn't imagine doing home vlogs. from there.
it's cold.
He is cool, especially when they pin a balloon on his butt and it picks him up.
Well, we do. Oh, was that video? You put that video on YouTube. Don't we have a video of the fireworks
Yes.
from when they were
Harmonious
testing
moment.
Epcot
When
in
we thought it was
February?
harmonious.
Yeah, when they were testing Epcot fireworks in February. There's a video that we did.
Yeah, I think it's a short.
It's a
Is it a
video.
full video?
You just did it differently because it was you originally did live on Instagram. So we had a lot of people live on Instagram.
I'll buy that. But for the most part, though, we live in a very peaceful side of town, and we're fortunate with what happens. But there's a lot of times, everybody, where I pick up that camera and I have to talk myself into it. I can also tell you tonight was one of those nights. I did not want to come on tonight. I did not want to do this. I had a couple of things rub me literally the wrong way about 15 minutes before I was supposed to come on, and I wasn't feeling it. And luckily, I have a great support network in my house that let me vent when I need to vent and give me hugs when we're 9 years old and wants to make daddy feel better. And I'm fortunate in that sense because you almost started the show with Jen and me off in the background cursing.
No.
So, and Jen would have sat there like, her smile's nicer than mine. See? I'm like Ed Alzate from Last Man Standing.
Oh my gosh.
When I smile,
So-
I scare children. So look. At the end of the day, we've had a great
Such a glare in your glasses. It's crazy.
we've had a
Oh my
great week. Here's my bifocals, but we really have. We're blessed in the sense of what goes on. You're not throwing a wrench into it. The purpose of this Saturday night show is for people. It's almost
Oh
like
my gosh, that's
Festivus.
funny, Edwin.
That's
why they make Jack Daniels.
Yes, and actually Mike's is way funnier.
Thanks, Wheels.
Mike's comment was better. Let's see. I appreciate and admire and respect all these streamers do turn. And it's funny, Manny, because crap, I'm gonna get his name wrong.
Who? Tell me.
He was the middle circle last night on Hollywood Squares. No, the show I was on last night with Pete. The circle, was it Jerry?
I think so. Help us
Hey,
out,
Mike.
if we're wrong.
Mike.
Who is the
Who
other?
who came on towards the end? Is it Jerry? I almost just called him Jerry Reese. That would have been the Giants general manager. So that's
Yeah.
not it. Was it Jack or Jerry? He's moving down to Davenport,
He's from New
Florida.
York, I think. Yeah.
He was from up north. He's friends with Pete. But whatever, whoever he was, and for the life of me right now, I'm drawing a friggin' blank. 5:15 on Sunday.
He's answering Everett's question.
No,
Because Everett asked what I said. It's like on or before 5:15. So
he said something last night that was unbelievably prolific, and it was about being behind the camera or being somebody who watches the people behind the camera. And I got to be honest with you, last night I needed to hear that. If you guys didn't see it, please go watch Pete's show from last night. I don't think it was Jeff. Was it Jeff? Isn't Jeff from Diz Our Dream?
yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't the night. It was last night, not the night before.
I think it's Pete's attorney because he kept referring to him as that. Older dude, moving to Davenport, Florida, if that helps. Thank you, Edwin. But like last night, you know what? Did he say that on air or off?
Oh,
Ah,
James
crap.
Ryan. It's okay.
Is it
Was
James Ryan?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so. It doesn't matter. We're just good.
Yes, there you go.
You got it.
Thank
See,
you.
We just had
I kept saying Jerry Reese. I had the J and the R right, but it is 2:20 in the morning. But he said something prolific last night, and it was about, what we do and everything else. And the truth is, after getting my head handed to me for the last couple of days, I sincerely appreciated that. I've been hearing it from creators. I've been hearing it from people who have come up and said, "Hey, we watch your show," and things like that, which is really cool. But to hear from somebody that is well respected, everybody knew him. I didn't. I'm grateful to know him now. And for him to sit there and be like, that was tremendous. And then I know when the camera was off, he made a couple of comments to me, and I was like, I was really floored by it. These are the things that make it worth it to us. Otherwise, I would be some guy out in the parks with a camera staring at trees or something. I don't know. But because of you guys, we do something that is fun. We get to bring it all together. And if we can all forget for just a little bit that life can throw us curveballs, then amen. And that's what we're here for. And that's why we do it, because it helps us too. But 1,000 subscribers this week, 10,000 views, which is ridiculous. Cancer awareness, raising $600 in an hour and a half. Helping someone get over 200 views. This is what this is all about. It's a lot of fun.
200 subs.
200 subs, whatever I said. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to be at Magic Kingdom.
Who challenged you, by the way?
I was challenged. The gauntlet was thrown down by Disney Dad, 98.
Michael.
Michael and I, we're actually going to potentially do it together.
Okay.
Because the gauntlet was thrown down, and I had been contemplating it anyway. And Spokesman had made a comment a couple of weeks ago that all the newer channels were not doing anything original. And I like Chris a lot, and I respect his opinion in the sense of the fact that he's paying attention to what the smaller channels are doing too. And I thought that it was kind of unique that we needed to come up with something that was a little different. I haven't seen anybody try and pull this off yet, so I'm going to try it. And I have a way of doing it. And my wife is going to look at me like I'm insane because it involves her, but it doesn't.
Well,
And
don't you tell me off camera.
I'm going to. So it will be a lot of fun. I'm hoping that Mike and I do it together because it would be even funnier. Because he would be doing it on Instagram, I would be doing it on YouTube, which would just be outrageously hilarious. And we'll kind of go from there. The other thing that is moving forward, Mike Disney Dad 98 has agreed to host my Insanity, which is, and I have
Cat's an actor. I would know too because he was.
Yes.
He was in Pete's chat too.
You're a rock star. No, I'm not.
Oh wait, where's the blow up guitar?
It's right there.
I know.
Let's get the blow up guitar. Thing's awesome. You just learn to stick. I'm intrigued. Well, we're trying to intrigue you because, well, it'll be a lot of fun. And it'll be really funny when you guys see how I pull this off because it's going to be magician-like. I've been debating whether or not I would pause the stream or put you guys on mute and put a picture up because I think it'd be funny if I just reappeared in Epcot. And you guys have no idea how I did this. So, I don't know. There's going to be some productionary value because I think it would be hilarious to do this.
Now they settle on monorail going out.
Still, you got to wait.
No, I know. But you have to get off at transportation.
You can't have any delay, and I figured out how to do it. And I don't know that I want to let this genie out of the bottle.
No, wait, no.
I don't mean now, I mean ever.
No, you're telling me.
You're a part of it. I hope I tell you.
And then Monday, we're going to park up from Hollywood Studios to Epcot. And we all know how Dave feels about heights, but I am going to take the Skyliner over. And I don't think Bella's coming with me. I think she's going to go with Daddy because she doesn't want to go on the Skyliner. So we may do the split screen where I'm on the Skyliner.
We're going to split it, which this is going to be hilarious because we got to see whether or not
He doesn't want me driving him. Adam, it's okay.
Yeah, I have a thing about driving myself. If you've ever seen Jen drive, you'd understand. I love you. But no, basically the Skyliner experience, we all know, yeah, I'm not going on the Skyliner.
No, I'm gonna go.
I'm going to get in the car with Bella, live stream driving over from Hollywood Studios to Epcot while Jen is live streaming in the Skyliner. We're going to split screen
I
it.
think Drew did a Skyliner. He was live instead of the Turner. So
But
I
I've
think it
never
works.
seen anybody do a split screen.
Oh no, not the split
I've
screen.
never seen this done
I
because
said I'd meet him at the boardwalk for pizza first.
and we thought about doing that where I go into the boardwalk and we have pizza where she comes off the Skyliner and we just kind of meet up that way. So
No, I'm which more risky, Jen driving or the Skyliner?
Oh man, that's not fair.
No,
That's-
Dave doesn't like
that's not
he doesn't
fair.
like when other people drive.
I don't like other people driving.
It's like he's like, I'm driving. That's it. Like,
Yeah, I don't generally allow
Like-
other people to drive.
I think I drove once when we first started dating, and you're like, yeah, from now on I'll just drive.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the scariest hour and a half of my life.
Yeah, you drove home that night.
I
That's
did.
right.
You got that right. There was no chance you driving me
You're
back.
like, give me
I
keys.
I was flying home or taking a cab or train, boat, Pelican, letting out steam is healthy and yeah, there's no hit the head. Yes, I agree completely. Let's see. So Jen does.
I do see stoplights. That's not a
Let's see.
let's party. Live with your journey.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the simple
Thank
truth
you,
is,
Captain.
we do enjoy this. It does let off some steam for me specifically because, you know, and I'm sure all of you can appreciate this because all of you in all of your professions and work and everything, you have that the Clark W. Griswold Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah moment. You also have the moment from Half Baked where he sits there and goes, you're cool.
Did you see what Wheels put?
Let's see, you need more practice. That's Jen.
Bella usually drives when we're on
Bella
it
always
because I'm
drives.
doing a video
I
or
gotta be honest with
something.
you, I'd let her drive. But you know, we all have those moments where we just want to let loose. And for 15 years, we've run a business where, in some capacity, I've had to be the boss. I've had to, you know, Jen's had to be the boss. We've had to, you know, be that in that corporate environment, and a lot of you work in it. And you just want to blow off steam. I haven't seen Half Baked. My mom.
I highly doubt
Where's the Tylenol? That's great.
because you just did the Chevy Chase line.
Yes. I knew what it was referencing.
I'm just making sure you remember. You said it a little bit ago.
No,
so.
I actually, because
Looks like
I could
it's
see him
okay.
go, where's the Tylenol?
Yeah.
You know, so you get to those moments where you want to just pop, and it's usually at work. Daughter knows. Pretty much.
Well, some of you know this, and I tell this story all the time. The last time we went on the ride, I watched this. It was a father and son, and the son was driving. So the father hit the gas, and they slammed into the car in front of him, and the kid's face fell into the steering wheel, and it was like
His face
blood.
exploded. Yeah, I mean, what was seen was amazing. The fact that I didn't catch it on camera is even more amazing. What I miss on camera is just truly amazing.
I was like, did you see that? He's like, what are you talking about? And then I think it was the same day the lady flopped off a Buzz
It's
Lightyear.
Friday night. You ain't got no. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got to do. So, serious, Clark? Uh-oh, we're going down a vacation rabbit hole. Wrong movie. That was funny. So, should I sing it? M-A-R-T-Y.
Oh wow, you're actually going there.
M-O-O-S-E. What's that spell? So, let's see. Chappelle Show was the funniest thing. I got to be honest with you. Chappelle Show should come back, although we won't go into where Dave Chappelle really is because that's not him.
Stop.
And I mean, the Rick James stuff was hysterical. So is the Charlie Murphy stuff.
Charlie Murphy told the Rick James story.
I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about like the 5-finger sit to the face and unity and everything with that. And then
the Prince basketball
the
game.
Prince basketball game.
Which actually really happened. Eddie Murphy was in an interview, and that really happened. And one of the guys in Eddie's crew didn't have sneakers to play basketball, and he had like a big foot, and Prince had these little itty bitty tiny feet, so he pushed his feet into the shoes so he could say, "I wore Prince's sneakers at a basketball game." It was like, that's fantastic.
And then they ate pancakes.
Like Prince actually cooked pancakes.
So
I don't know if he was in the whole Purple Rain outfit.
You know he didn't
but...
change. Come on. He was wearing velvet the whole time. So all I can tell you is that and the couch scene where he digs his feet into the couch, that actually happened too. Most of the stuff was accounted for. And you gotta love when they actually show Rick James and he goes, cocaine's a hell of a drug. And they go back to it like 8 times. I mean, I'm sorry, but Chappelle was a genius.
I don't think his montage when you mentioned cocaine.
I'm quoting.
Kidding.
Who cares? To quote Clark W. Griswold, that's funny anyway. Let's see. So, Stream Element Bot had a question.
That's Adam, actually.
Oh, whoops. But look. At the end of the day, sorry, folks. Park's closed. The moose outside should have told you. It's been a weird week. It's been a weird couple of everything. And coming up this week, it's going to be really strange. My mom says I need to stop watching. Yeah, if you listen to your mom, you wouldn't be here in the first place. So like this week, because we've had a lot of questions about it, I'm going to kind of go over a couple of quick things and then just move past it. The giveaway will be probably Friday or Saturday. What we're going to do is we're to keep everybody kind of moving a little bit. It was fantastic.
Absolutely.
I didn't remember that it was 41, but
it was
kudos
pretty,
to you. No,
it was pretty,
I knew he did it, but I mean, it's like, I don't know. Giants weren't in it. So, so with the giveaway, we're going to do things a little different. We think what we're going to do is, thanks for that.
Sorry, didn't even yawn.
That was spectacular. I really appreciate it. The World Series of Dice, that's great. If you are an answer, you must be tired. Yeah, no kidding. So we're going to be doing it where we do like a giveaway in the first part of the stream. We're going to do the giveaway, the big giveaway. Then we're going to do a giveaway afterwards. And I'm going to tell everybody that if you leave the stream, you're probably not that bright because I like to give stuff away. We're going to have a lot of fun with this whole thing. We're going to show the first 1,000 people how much you mean to us. Because I've been asked why didn't I wait till 1,000 and then announce it and see how many people I could get. Grew it up's out. Grew it up, man. I'll talk to you. Hey, hold on a second. I didn't read his message.
I want a hat and a shirt. Yeah, Adam.
That's funny. The answer to you, Crew It Up, is yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
The text you sent, absolutely.
And thank you for being here, and I'll definitely text that back to you just in case you just jumped out of chat, but yes. So yeah, things are going to get a little off the hook this week. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. We're doing Anthony Muller, man. No, that sounded bad. We're going to be doing AGTV and a watch party for Anthony Muller, man, so we can support him. Let's see. I'm Dave Prop. So we're going to have a lot of fun with it this week. I want to show the first 1,000 people how much you guys mean to us, that we're appreciative. That's the reason I didn't wait till 1,000 and then announce the contest. It was done very deliberately. It was for the people who made the channel. Let's see. On Tuesday night, Adam, we're going to be doing a watch party for AGTV for Anthony. He's on Tuesday night, as you know.
I think I figured it out how to have the screen and us at the same time.
We'll figure it out. It's not that big a deal. If not, we'll literally sit where we are and have two things and split screen it. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Monday we're gonna park hop. We're gonna do a split screen. Tuesday we're gonna do that. On Wednesday, I'm thinking,
In the air.
huh?
It's in the air right now. Wednesday.
Wednesday I want to try and do the, I want to try and do the challenge because I don't want someone else to do it before I do. I want to do it
Oh,
first.
you're doing it tomorrow.
No,
Oh, I thought you were
can't
doing
be
it.
done tomorrow because you're with me. I can't have anybody slowing me down. I know exactly what I got to do.
Okay.
I know exactly what I'm doing. Seriously, I really don't care if I win. I just want, Manny, and I appreciate that. I do, and I've had a lot of people express that sentiment. You know, it's not up to us. It's legit open. We have a program that we have loaded everybody in, and I can now say this because the contest is closed. I wasn't going to say this before because I realized if I had said this, I'm going to scare people off. You cannot show. Yeah, I can't show it on the stream for copyright, and we're not going to. What we're going to do is just kind of, you know, kind of like what we're doing right now, but watching it and just, you know, it's not necessarily describing it, but kind of, sort of, because I know I can't get away with anything.
We did it for the Disney.
I think everybody who is sitting here talking to us is going to be watching it, so it
Yes,
shouldn't
Jakarta, we're
be that
still
hard.
up.
Hello there, Jakarta. Welcome back in. By the way, you were missed tremendously by DC and Michelle. They said hi. Let's see, watch party. Yeah, we're gonna just have some fun. We're gonna sit there, let everybody have it on, and have some fun with it. But no, I can't do it tomorrow night because you guys will be with me.
That's fine. I thought it
I'm
was
gonna be
tomorrow
moving
night.
at a rate of speed. That's
I
equivalent
then
to the
now
Flash.
I understand I can do it.
No, you don't.
You said I'm involved. I understand.
You are involved.
Then
So-
I know and I understand.
So anyway, you know, so Monday we're going to be doing the hop.
And then Thursday,
Yes.
we're going to the first day of Epcot Food and Wine.
We'll be at Epcot Food and Wine to rub it in everyone's face. No, I'm just kidding. We will be there Thursday.
Well, the good stuff's not there till October 1st.
No kidding.
Like the
But we're
lobster,
gonna-
the baked cheese.
We're going to do the best. Oh, you did see them. Good. Because they were saying things. And I said that you might be ninja watching in the background. What's he saying? Who's Jaquetta Juice? Jaquetta Juice. Jaquetta Juice. It was just like Beetlejuice, but your name was used.
Stop it.
I didn't do it. They did.
No, it's something that the mods know what I'm talking about. So I'll tell you later.
I don't want to know. So, Nutter Adam, that's fantastic. He even sent you a message on this.
Oh, it's together.
Yeah, so this week's going to be a little bit different. A lot of things are going to be happening. A lot of different things and some firsts. So it's going to be cool. Tomorrow's going to be a Sunday Fun Day in Magic Kingdom. We're going to hit the ice cream parlor since it's open. We're going to try and not bottom out my kids' blood sugar. So we're probably going to do it, you know, towards close of.
Do you know they have a Sunday that's like $18?
It's Magic Kingdom. What
Yeah.
Sunday?
No,
isn't
it's like
$18?
it was a little insane. I don't think it's the kitchen sink anymore because they brought that over to
Nothing
Beaches and
surprises
Cream.
me. But yeah, we're going to be doing some of that. It's going to be Sunday Fun Day. We're going to do Happily Ever After tomorrow night, leading us into Monday, where we're going to do a split screen on the Skyliner, which will be absolutely freaking hilarious.
Because I know I'm going to be in there with people too.
But yeah, that's going to be. Oh, there's no doubt this is going to be interesting. Tuesday we'll do the AGT party. Wednesday, I think it was going to be the challenge day. I think that's the day. Thursday will be a food and wine. Friday, who knows where.
Well, it's either we have to see pass wise. So
Well, we may have to hop because I'm thinking it's going to be Friday night or Saturday night. We're going to be doing the contest and Happily Ever After the same night. So
we should have it after Happily Ever After when the
David's
park clears
going on
out.
the Skyline or what? That's fantastic.
We should do it after Happily Ever After.
Got to do it at the right time because if not, UK people can't watch.
Oh, this is true.
So we have to time it at the right time, as Peanut would say. So yeah, we're gonna have to time the whole thing right. When will the Epcot monorail be ready? They are actually in the process right now of training staff. We've seen the videos, we've seen the pictures. Mike might have some insight on it. But we have been seeing that it looks like they're getting ready to open it. And there have been a ton, and I mean a ton of, that's fantastic. Mike, the ribbon, it's getting their ears or something. I can't remember. It's too late. I'm getting tired. But there's been a lot of new cast members with their ribbons on. We've seen them all over the park. As a matter of fact, when I left the other day, I had one of the most endearing moments with a cast member because you could see her taking in the moment. And you don't always get to see that with a cast member, but it was her second day. She was legit drinking it in and looking around the park going like, holy crap, I get to do this for a living. I get to stand here for happily ever after. She was enjoying every moment of it. And that was a lot of fun to see. But to wrap, let's see, Epcot Monorail probably won't be open. Really? Right now they are refurbishing monorails, so there aren't enough lines.
That's why they're always sitting in the.
Now it's funny because I was actually going to do a vlog, and I might do one of where the monorail sleeps, because sometimes they sleep at the Grand Floridian, which I have video of that, but I know the exact building that they go into. I have to pass it to go home.
I was on Main Street, right, when you talked to that cast?
It was on Main
Yeah.
Street when I talked to her. She was
Yeah.
literally standing outside Casey's. She was right on the corner.
He's concerned for Chad.
Let's see. I do too. Yeah, and so that one building where they have the monorails and they hide them, it's funny because it's the perfect length for a monorail. And I mean, if you didn't know it when you drove past it, when someone pointed it out, it's about as obvious as it gets that that's where the monorail
I believe it was Bella.
It was Bella. And, you know, so I probably am going to shoot a short vlog on that, like a 5-minute vlog, just to kind of show everybody where it is. I took somebody on a property tour on a live stream one night, and everybody was fascinated by it. There were like 30 people sitting in the chat staring in the dark at monorail lines. So I'll probably do it during the daytime because it makes more sense. But yeah, Epcot Monorail, I can't believe it's going to come back that late, but wow. Okay. That sucks.
Well, they're going to need it October 1st.
Yeah, they are, because we'll be hopping too, and I'm hoping to be using the monorail. Just so here, being informed of Disneyland, really appreciate. You know, I do too. There's been some really cool moments. I actually have a 9-minute video that I posted, I guess it was about a month ago, of 2 cast members playing Galactic Ball in Galaxy's Edge. It's a fictitious game with a fictitious ball. It was one of the best moments I've ever captured anywhere on film. If you have not seen that video, I highly suggest seeing it. Jen will drop it in the description down below or wherever she drops things, because I don't know how that works. But the dragon now from.
So it's probably on the other side.
Probably on the other side. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
But Manny, if you've never seen that, I did this video of this cast interaction with these 2 little girls. It was unreal. I could have stood there and filmed it for hours. I was there for 40 minutes as it was. I mean, I was there for a long time, and I cut out about 9 minutes. That was the most epic part. And if you guys know Corn Dog Jimmy, he was the first person to respond to me. He's like, it restored my faith in humanity. And it kind of did, because there's a lot of times I complain about the fact that they don't say have a magical day anymore. And that's just my own personal grievance. It takes just as long to say have a magical day as it says, I hope you have a good day, or have a good day, or any of those other kind of things that go along with it, other than go blow it out your ass. So, you know, it was nice to see a cast member have that kind of interaction. These are 2 girls. Now, what was funny is a couple of days before I was standing on Smuggles, and we were talking about the first time we'd been to the park, or what was our first impression, or this or that. And to be perfectly honest with you, this fit with it, because these 2 little girls they'll never forget that interaction that they had with that cast member. It was absolutely amazing. And what was funny about it is you guys all say how nice we are and everything else, and I really appreciate that, and I'm not trying to point that out. you know, she was so humble about it. She was so amazing about it that when I said something to her, it took her by surprise. And I encourage you to watch the video. It's 9 minutes of Disney magic. And if you want to feel the park, you want to feel the magic, watch that video. I guarantee you will enjoy every minute of it. It doesn't feel like 9 minutes, it feels like 2. So watch that. Hang on a second. Can I tell you about that saying, Dave? Without a doubt, I'd love to hear it. Tron is probably holding things up too. Tron, I think, they deliberately slowed the project down at one point. And again, I will look to Mike, but the things that I've heard are because they wanted to keep reservations going. And the way that they did it, they staggered the park so that this way they could release Tron at a later time so that they could continue to bring people in on a fresh cycle and get the people who come at the beginning of the 50th to come back. That's at least my opinion. That's also what I've been hearing. Let's see. I hate Dave. How do I complain about Dave? I think you do it enough. It's okay. Keep coming. That's all right. I'm going to take your hat back. She still has... You definitely tell a cast member doesn't contain the pinks and touches anymore. You file your complaints with the moderator. Adam, you can contact HR department. Yes, it's wait,
Yeah,
we're
no,
live.
you
I won't
can't
say
say
that. This is inside Disney stuff. It's hard to sanitize stuff. That's fantastic. Yeah, if you go to contact us, there's a contact us section on the website. By all means, feel free to reach out. Feel free to leave any comments, complaints, or otherwise. Everyone else does. Dave, I've been reading
Oh, wow.
Catcher in the Rye. Should I look for the marked pass? That's fantastic. Just out of curiosity, how many copies of Catcher in the Rye do you have? We as cast members love to serve guests, but
I love Manny's being very dramatic. It's kind of funny.
I do too. Hey, look, it's his story. He gets to tell how he wants.
That's fine.
I love it.
This couch is not comfortable right now. Not
For those of you who just heard what my wife just said, my wife said the couch is not comfortable
right now.
right now. Now, here's the funny part. The couch is brand new. Adam reading the title doesn't count as reading the book. He has 3 copies of it. Oh, wow. Is that 3 or 30?
You forgot a number.
Oh, wow. The government took all my copies, Adam. But when a guest upsets a cast member, the cast member will say, "Bless your heart."
She had his
Have a magic.
sticking ahead of him.
Hold on a second. So they used to say "Have a magical day" to me because I upset them? Really?
I think it's to calm them down.
Do you know that I say that at the end of videos because I thought it was endearing?
It is endearing.
See, now the other side of it, Manny and Mike, maybe you guys can both chime in on this. I am remembering it from A Year of a Million Dreams. Now that was also, let's see, but it means, see, that doesn't make me feel good because when we first moved down 15 years ago, it was Disney's 50th, or Disneyland's 50th. Back in the day, "Have a magical day" was a proper way to say goodbye, but now it's more said. All right, so even still lately, when they say it to me, it's now not nice. That doesn't make me.
But I think, I don't know, like a lot of the people were parking, like the retirees that were parking, they say it, and I know they like.
Well,
because I have conversations.
so
with
what
parking
about
people all the
15
time.
years ago, guys? Are we talking about 15 years ago it was endearing, or is it 15 years ago it was not? Because it seemed like everywhere we went, someone said, "We hope you have a magical day. We hope you have a magical day." And if you think I'm nice now, 15 years ago when it came to Disney, I loved Disney. I acted like Disney magic floated on me. Let's see, they haven't done the Kiss Goodnight. I thought they did it at the
No,
castle.
they
They didn't do
didn't.
it?
It was an old video that Will said they were showing. He's like, oh wait a second.
Gotcha. Gotcha. But yeah, so I don't know, because we stayed at the Caribbean Beach Resort. It was obviously 15 years ago. And that was when we first got our annual pass. See, and that's what I was saying. Bless your heart. Nowadays, I could see how that's the case, but I thought 15 years ago was them, trying to spread the magic. I really wish it would come back as an endearing statement as opposed to "you suck." That would be so much better, simply because it takes the same amount of time. It depends on the cast member, the ones that still have pixie dust. It's the correct way, but
I know what he's talking
I
about.
agree with you.
Because somebody said to me one day, I'm like, what?
I hope you have a magical day.
Like, what?
Versus, oh wow, I've been here 2 days. Have a magical day. And I definitely get that, and I totally understand, where that comes from.
So, well, yeah, I got what you're saying. I'm remembering certain times it was said to me. So.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I read sarcasm the way Adam reads Catcher in the Rye. So, Dave, you remember?
Oh my gosh.
Nothing. The love affair with Chapek continues. Maybe you should send him a couple of copies of Catcher in the Rye. But anywho, so we kind of went over a bunch of different things. You know where we're going to be at during the week. Did I forget anything from this week or what's coming? Pretty much lays out the next week for us. We kind of went over last week. Amen to that. Let's see. We talked about the ice cream shop open. Everybody knows we went to Casey's.
And
about the park challenge.
The menu for food and wine is awesome, but all the good stuff isn't until October 1st, it seems. I mean, they have great menus, but October 1st is.
That's the kickoff.
Yeah.
Or the secondary kickoff.
The secondary kickoff, like the mid-season, since the festival's like 5 years.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Having cold lobster in the middle of July or August is hard to do because it spoils so quickly.
No, it's true. It's true. Oh, wow. Wow. We don't need to share it.
There's a really well, but it still shows though, and those are the people who we still look at, and we try to always, find them and interact with them. But it was obviously you saw what happened on Main Street, which was really cool. But the Galactic Ball was another one of those moments that was super cool. I mean, look, I get it. For the most part, it's a job. And like all jobs, there's good moments, there's bad moments. And let's also be perfectly honest here. It's not just the cast member that's changed. It's the customer. I say this a lot lately, and I've got to stop saying it on live streams when I'm in the park. Can't we act like we're at Disney? We used to act a different way. And I truly, look, I'm an older guy. I get it. I remember when people, it was like Disney manners. And we used to sit there and say, when we weren't at Disney, let's act like we are at Disney. And
besides Orlando.
Thank you. It was a great video. Pastrami on rye. Pastrami on rye is fantastic. Now I want a sandwich. I actually said it on Mickey and Minnie's the other day. I said, we have unfortunately brought the world to Disney instead of Disney to the world. And that's what's now changed, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. We, instead of going out into the world and acting like we do at Disney, we now act like we do in the world at Disney. And I think as it gets more expensive, I think it's going to get worse because there's going to be a sense of entitlement that I paid X amount.
It goes back to when we were in Springs one night when we did the Polite Pig review. And we're sitting there at the concert, and that family came with the father, was there 4 girls, I think?
5.
5 girls, the mom and the dad. This man had the most miserable face. And he was just handing his kids cash, and he's like, there you go.
He didn't even want the change back.
Like, the
He'd
girl's
given
like,
up.
going to give change. He's like, no.
He gave up long ago. When you hand your kid a $20 bill and you don't want the change back, you give up. Okay. And at the time, I remember saying to him, and I even paid him a compliment. The look I got back was like, dude, shut up. And it was like, I couldn't believe that. First of all, he was surrounded by girls. Okay, which I am. Every single person in our family are girls. I have 2 daughters. I have a granddaughter. I'm married, obviously, to my wife. My brother has 2 girls. Like, we have girls in our family, and we're surrounded by them. This man legit was handing out 20s like Tic Tacs and was not expecting change back. And I was like, wow, you gave up? Then I started realizing the age of his kids, and I was like, yeah, a long time ago.
Well, it's funny,
gave
the
up a
younger
long
ones
time
had,
ago.
all the younger ones had ice cream, and the older one had to go to the Starbucks across from the amphitheater. It's like, okay.
But read what Adam put.
He's just trying to change the chat over. That's what he's doing.
Of course he is.
And then Wheeler chimed in.
Well, if it wasn't for Bob cutting back all the offerings that used to be, which Bob, Iger or Chapek, or both? And the simple truth is I understand the fact that Disney's a corporation and they have to make money. I understand that they need to recoup over $5 billion. I get that. But when I worked there, yes, and yes. What and Wheels, had you been here when I started my ranting like a month ago? I don't disagree with that either, man. JPEG. So that's JPEG.
Chapek. I
So,
like how that translated over.
Yeah, that was funny how that translated over. So, this is what I'll say to you. As long as the customer allows it to happen, the company will continue to do it. And that it doesn't matter what company you sub into that. It doesn't matter as long as the law of supply and demand is in your favor. I'll give you a prime example. For those of you who do not live in Florida right now, whatever you do, don't buy a house here right now. Don't do it. There's a house that we were looking at 4 months ago that we were trying to buy. It is $160,000 more today to buy that house because it's back on the market than it was 4 months ago. If you can tell me how the same house that had virtually no renovations done to it went up $160,000 in 4 months, other than the fact that the laws of supply and demand are in effect, I'm interested. It's very, very simple. As long as there are people who miss Disney, want to come to the park, and are willing to pay the price for it, they will continue to do this. If they can shortchange us and short sell us on what the experience is so that they can make you come back a second time and pay them, they're going to do it. I have said all along that 3 to 4 vacation cycles is what it will take. Adam's Bugs Bunny right now. He just pulled out a saw and sawed off Florida. Probably find out when.
That's fantastic.
Control TVA. That's about right.
That's fantastic.
But, the simple truth is, as long as we're willing to pay for it, they're going to charge us. And in 3 to 4 vacation cycles, let's call it 3 to 4 years from now, because this is what it will take. That's what it's going to be. Disney's got to lose money in order to realize this. And it's very simple. When someone comes down and they were able to spend $1,800 on a 3-night, 4-day vacation, and now it's $1,600 for a day and a half or a day, you do the math. If you're Disney, what do you care? You're getting the same money, less time, turnover is easier. You have the reservation system in place so that you can turn the park at will. It's not that people don't respect the park, it's just the focus of the company and not the customer. Yeah, well, and that's exactly the point though, Mike, is Right now, it is about the shareholders and turning the profit back over because they lost money. And I get that, but they shouldn't be doing it on the backs of the people who are doing this. And they're literally bilking us out of money. Good spoil, but Disney.
And thanks for sharing, Manny. We appreciate that.
I'm not laughing. So, the simple truth is, though, what's going to happen, and this is what will be what changes it. People will stop staying on property. They'll stay at a hotel in between the parks. And when they come down, they'll realize that they can stay at a place that, like a Rosin Hotel, that they can spend $40, $50 a night less, still get transportation to and from the parks. It may not be ideal transportation, and it may not pull you right up to the front gate, but it will be transportation nonetheless, and you'll be able to go to Universal and to Disney and or SeaWorld. And that's the difference, is they'll be able to spread their money out. They'll be able to make their vacation a little bit better, a little bit more memorable. And Disney will lose customers over this. You mark my words. We have debated Boo Bash back and forth. Now, as a live streamer, I have to go. But if we were not live streaming, I would not go. It's that simple. I wouldn't do it. So let's see. Go. Disney needs money because well, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. It costs money to run the parks. That's why they shortchanged other areas, because they didn't have to put it back in place. They don't have to do certain things. By not having those stage performers, they don't have to pay salaries. By not having monorails run and telling us that they're refurbing them, they don't have to pay anybody to run them, nor is there any cost or maintenance. The other side of it, I'll tell you, is this. They were closed in how many parks for how many months or days or years or whatever. Why weren't they refurbing things? If you're going to lose money, use it as a calculated loss. It's a business decision. At that point, you can actually take it as a tax write-off. There were a lot of things that they could have done that they didn't do. And some of it is deliberate. Some of it is, I think, piss poor management. Some of it is both. And I think that moving forward, what you're going to see is they're going to make it up on the backs of the people. And anybody who does not think that the Genie Pass or Lightning Pass or Lightning Genie, whatever they're going to call it, is not coming, you're out of your mind. The perfect example is when you go to Hollywood Studios and everything is an hour wait. Why are they doing that? Well, they've increased park capacity for a reason, to make it so that if you have the money, you're going to sit there and go, why would I want to wait in line with my screaming kid when I can jump to the front and it only costs me an extra $300?
And Will just posed a good point. He's right, because Disneyland is getting like their full kilter.
Yeah.
Disneyland has, even though there are these distance character interactions, they have a lot every day. It's like, oh, new character interaction. They have Avengers Canvas where every week Loki's different in what he's doing. It's like, well, we've been open longer. We're in Florida. What's going on?
Like Oogie Boogie Bash.
Yeah.
Okay. Like there's a lot of things where they're sticking it to us. Parades. Why haven't parades come back? Okay.
And cavalcades are cute, but I want the parade.
Do them both.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want the dragon breathing fire.
And let me tell you something. I know I'm not going to get this back anytime in the near future, but I want the Electric Light Parade back. Like, I'm done with the scrap. Like, we're going through our 50th. Bring back
it's 50th.
Yeah, 50th. Bring back Electric Light Parade. Like, I want to see some nostalgia. I jokingly have said, let's see, they're shooting themselves in the foot. I agree with that too, Edwin. I agree with everything you guys are saying, because I think they're making some egregious mistakes. But Adam isn't wrong. Like, I have jokingly sat there and called this, Harmonious the Spaceport, that they're going to go back and bring back a younger wall. And he's going to look at this and go, hold it. What the hell did you do to my parks?
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Yeah, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. And, the bottom line is, no, I understand that there's got to be some progress. I understand that we got to do certain things, but not at our expense. That was the one thing that should have been a foundational situation that they never should have went past. They should have realized, Walt did things, and if you watch the Walt story, he pushed to get it right. This is not exactly that. First, and it's Pastor, yeah, it wasn't another kind of family talk. Entertainment at the bottom of the totem pole at Walt Disney World, the entertainment capital of the world. See, and I agree with you.
He's a former see, Mike Wheeler was a former entertainment cast member. He was in the Lion King show, and
I don't understand it. I don't understand why they built the stage, this heated stage, all this stuff. Now it's a mousetrap. That's fantastic.
that's like, yeah, wow.
Why in the world they have this stage and they're not using it? Why there's no cast members? Why is the Indiana stage closed? Yes, I understand refurbishment. Yes, I understand cast. I get all that. Tell me the other thing. Why is Frozen sitting there and they're not doing a Frozen 2 show? They should be rotating it from Frozen 1 to Frozen 2 in between each show. They could literally be going back and forth. I don't get this. Why are we doing the same thing over and over and over and over again? Mike Wheeler was Timon. He's about to call you Pumbaa, just so you know. It's coming, because I would.
I can't get off this platform.
They are building all
Yes.
kinds of rails and all this other
I
stuff.
think it
and
goes to Springs or something. It's gonna, something like that.
But between that and the hotels that they're building to increase capacity, and they're doing all of these things, I'm okay with that. You might carve off a piece off yourself and accidentally eat it. You can't be doing all these things, and that's exactly the point. We've been in the parks. It's now a year. Okay, since
It was a year ago yesterday.
It was a year
I thought
ago
it was
yesterday.
not cast
Annual
member
pass
preview,
member
annual
preview.
pass member preview.
We were in a year ago yesterday, and the simple truth is, we've been back in the parks for a year. I've watched every format of this happen. I've been complaining about this for a long time. So to me, it's like, I feel like I've been doing it for almost a year. I got some of it in the beginning. I don't get it anymore.
And the AP thing, I think they wanted to get money for that single day ticket holder, the people coming on vacation, because you can get more money out of them than the APs.
Wheeler was a stilt walker.
No, stop it. Oh, you were in the parade, and wow.
That's super cool. But
I'm sorry, I thought you were in the Lion King.
So, it really just comes down to, as long as we accept mediocrity, this is what happens. And by the way, that's not a Disney thing. It's prolific and it's a life thing. As long as we accept this is what happens. This is what's going on in every aspect, and then it pours into corporate America, which translates into higher park passes. It's just that simple. I have been in business long enough to have watched all this craziness happen. And as I said to you guys a little while ago, I've been taking a beating for weeks. It's not in Disney, it's in business. There's been all kinds of things going on. People are insane with what's going on. And the way it's affecting our business at this point, it's unbelievable. I was a lead trainer in the outdoor food. Okay, the future is what you make Disney without shape. I could agree. Stone Cold Jedi, thank you as always. We're actually going to be going soon too, because we have to get up and go to Magic Kingdom.
Not until 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
I haven't slept in 2 days.
I know.
I'm still going to follow you around, Mike. Chad, look at my Instagram.
I'm doing it right now.
Bob Chapek has standardized. Well, it's sad because, again, as long as we all accept this, and it was funny because I went up to guest relations not that long ago, and I said something, and they said, "Well, we listen to you. The more of you who complain, the more it'll change." I absolutely, and I laughed at the time, and he goes, "What?" And I go, "I don't agree with that. If Disney was listening to us, they wouldn't be doing half the crap that they would do."
So Mike, you were a stilt walker in the Lion King show. Yeah, he was one of the stilt walkers in the Lion King show.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I was trained in every show and parade on property except for 3 things.
That's awesome sauce, like right there.
Let's see. Yes, gotta go to sleep. Wine tasting tomorrow. Ooh. Well, what I will say to everybody is, if there's ever anything we can do, let us know. Tomorrow we should have our new merch coming out, although it got super late, so it might be Monday. Even though I announced it on Instagram, I'd have it out tomorrow. But oh well.
People can wait. Patience.
I mean, it is what it is. Everything's done. Everything's set up. So we'll be good to go with that. Thank you guys again for everything from watching the Miles from Moffat to switching over to Loki to not abandoning the stream because Mike saved us again. And we appreciate everything. We'll be in Magic Kingdom tomorrow. You know what the schedule is the rest of the week. And, basically long and short of it is we appreciate you guys. You're not going to ever hear me stop saying it. Whether there's 12 people sitting in the chat at 3 o'clock in the morning or 1,200 people sitting in the chat a year from now or 10 years from now, we're always going to say the same thing. You should just do it like super fair.
No, Disney has they have several levels.
It's going to change. It's going to get worse because
Well,
the
they
a
had
la carte
already-
that's coming is bad.
Because they already got rid of the Platinum Plus, which gave you the access to the water parks
It'll
and the
come
golf
back and
courses.
it'll be some ridiculous diamond package. It'll be like a magical mouse package or some crap. But it's going to be bad. You're going to have Disney dining options. You're going to have the Lightning Genie Pass. You're going to have your $160 offer, and it's going to cost you $350 to go to the park for one day per person, and that's going to be $1,400 plus. You're going to have premium hotel, $500, $600, $700. I mean, this doesn't stop. It's going to have to stop with us saying we're just not willing to pay for it. So with that, I will say to you, we will be in the parks tomorrow. We appreciate every single thing that you guys do. We thank you guys tremendously for stopping by and watching with us and hanging out. My pride and joy was Gravedigger and Booty. See, that looks like fun. But we appreciate you guys. We do. We thank everybody for coming by. I know Brian probably passed out at his keyboard because he didn't say goodnight, so he's probably sleeping. Or he's ninja watching and he's still asleep. But thanks everybody. But David and Jen wanting to thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts for every single thing that's happened. 10,000 views this week alone. 1,000 subscribers. It's over 1,000 subscribers because we're at 1050 already. We just can't thank you guys enough. And this week's going to be fun and tremendous. So with that, we're going to say goodnight to everybody. Thank you guys seriously for everything. And I'm going to put up my little screen thing because this is my new way of getting out of here because I realized the other day you guys could see my face after I left. And it was funny.
That's not going to go.
Good night, everybody.